Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the GRAPPL Weekend Show for Thursday, the 30th of July. 29th of July, 2026. I was looking at my own calendar there, Matty, because it is late.
No, mate, I'm Matty, but it is the 30th of July.
Oh, it is, isn't it? I'm getting confused by the
birthday. Yeah. That's how I know.
Okay, there you go. It works out well. It's half fucking 1 in the morning here, mate. You've been having me wait while you get your haircut, mate. But let me just take the overlay off so people can have a look, mate. And I said haircut, mate. You do realise you're bald. I don't know if that
it's barbers. It's barbers with my beard. So I've had this all nice and trimmed. It was made to look like no one owned me when before. So I've had to go and get this cut.
I've been a bit like that lately.
I'll shave my own head later just to give it that extra shininess on top.
Oh, it doesn't do that for you? That's not included in the service?
No, it is. No.
You know?
It is, Ben. It could be. But come on, Ben. It's more money, innit? I can do that myself. I won't go near my own beard, but I can do that twice on Sundays if I need to. But, yeah.
I've been trimming my own beard a little bit. You can tell I hate drawing attention to it now on video. Everyone stop looking at me.
Oh, no,
but, like, it's useless. Like, it's just because nobody here, as I've said on like pre-shows before, nobody here really has facial hair. So it's just sometimes you get barbers who do like a good job. Sometimes they go too far. Sometimes they just kind of comb it a little bit and go, there you go, done. Is that good enough? So maybe I'll sort it out inside.
Well, Ben,
what's gonna be a trim in New York? I don't remember if I told you at the time. Wasn't great. Wasn't a great experience. No. I asked for a number 3. And a number 3 in America just must need something else. No, I said 4 millimeters. So I just thought, okay, millimeters. But then I thought, well, that's very fucking European, isn't it? I literally, those pictures of me at the post media thing where it's me and John and Brandon and Wayne and Steph, and I'm literally fucking bald cheeks Benno. I'm full like Benno from 6 years ago. I did have a beard still, but he cut it that fucking short that you could barely see it. And obviously with my complexion, mate, it's easy to disappear.
Mate, well, there's a few. I got mine done in Toronto. Once on just because literally
nice.
I try and go every fortnight. Lately it's been every 3 weeks, hence why I'm desperate. I can't leave it that extra week for 4 weeks.
3 weeks is a good one,
I think a fortnight if I'm trying to keep on top of it and look well, Ben, and keep on, you know what I mean? But in Toronto, like yourself, he went way too short. You know what I mean? And I was like, you can't say nothing, can you? You feel like you're at your comfort zone in literally a different country. I'm dying to say something to him, but I couldn't because I'm at his mercy, really. I'm like, you know what I mean? So
I went even further. I was like, amazing job, mate. And then I was on the Google Maps giving him a 5-star review saying how good it was and how happy I was with it. I fucking hated it. I don't know why I did that. It's a British thing. I don't know. But I know you, mate. I reckon you the minute you walked out of the bar was halfway down the street, it had grown back already. So you were for me, it takes a few fucking months. It took me fucking 35 years to even start growing a beard, you know?
It's one of them, Ben. It's caught my beards. We've anyone meet you can never get it. I think I've had this before. If we haven't on a pre-show, I'll say it now. I used to be upset. That's why I won't touch it. Because if I start cutting, Ben, and I just notice one side, uneven, I start hacking away. And then by the time you're finished, you've got nothing left.
I've done that.
Whereas I've realised that if I let him do it, you're never going to get it symmetrical. You don't want a George Michael in faith, do you? No one can be that perfect and pristine.
Too good, can it? It's Craig David's the other one in it. You'll
exactly.
Craig David if you don't get
I'm I take it now. I know my hair grows both sides differently. So my left side grows inwards, but then my right side grows outwards still. So it's one side looks darker. So I get it now. It's just make it look nice. I'm not obsessed with it no more. It might sound like I am, but I'm genuinely.
It does sound like it a little bit. I mean, you put the show back till 2 in the morning my time, just to get it done. But I'm not holding a grudge or nothing like that. But I get it, mate. It's important stuff. You got to get it done.
And a steam, Benno. Hot shave. Okay. Always. It's a hot. That's
full
why
service.
I go in. It's the full. It's the blade on you. It's the steam, the hot towel, and it's the up the nose hairs as well. And today he even got, because I haven't been for 3 weeks, he got the fiery sticks out to start to whacking me ears with it as well.
Oh, man, that ear, yeah. When I first got here, somebody did that. He did a good job on my ears and my nose. It was just everything else. But I was feeling insulted by that. It's well, what are you saying? I look bad. What are you saying? It's bad up there? Same with the eyebrows when they're like, do you know what your eyebrows do? And it's they must look a fucking show. I get random hairs growing out all different directions of my eyebrows. Not all the fucking same colour, so that's probably why that happens to me. But yeah, been there, mate. And yeah, same as you. When I've done it myself in the past, I think I said that on a pre-show once. I once cut it down so badly that I did that exact same thing, went all the way down to a number 0, and I'd started the new job that Monday, and I went to the new job and I was like, oh yeah, I was at a party at the weekend and my mate shaved me head when I was drunk. I don't know why I thought that was a better explanation for me in the fucking workplace, but it did work, and they believed it at least. But there we go, beard shenanigans, haircut shenanigans. That's everything going on, mate. But we are glad to have you back on the show, mate. It feels like you and
sure?
JP, haven't been chatting to in a little while, mate. Missed you on the Sunday show, on the Richard Benson pre-show, of course, that we had. I was going to say, instead of plugs with the weekend of being free, I don't know. You can do the plugs, mate. Tell us what have you listened to? What did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the Shibata Deep Cut? How did you get on with the homework? Did you enjoy the AEW Redemption review, which was Patreon exclusive this week? It was. The people on the free feed the first half an hour, and Matty, you can fill them in on the other hour and a half, mate. How did you get on with it, mate? And what was your favourite show while you were gone?
Well, to be fair, out of respect to Eddie, I wouldn't diss Eddie that much to say that I'd done the homework and I listened to the show. I think he'd appreciate that if I was honest. Do you know what I mean? So,
we all noticed you weren't there. Cool.
Yeah, and you know
and
what?
The characters there.
I'm so happy, genuinely, that you seem to have a blast. You absolutely loved it. All 4 of you were having the time. And listen, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's horses for courses, taste and all that. And I love it. No, genuinely love it. But I did listen to most of the Redemption review, Benno. I was looking
fuck you.
The honesty for a change, to be fair, Ben.
For a change. The difference is we say when it's good, we say when it's bad, mate. We don't bat with our fucking AEW t-shirts on it. We get it from both sides, like Gareth said. We're scared of the random Americans appearing in our comments for being like. It's funny though as well. It hasn't aged well because actually Dynamite was quite good this week, mate. You look forward to hearing that from me later. But it was right everything we said, and sometimes that happens, and it is. Hopefully people found it cathartic listening because you always say those negative ones, they are draining. I know Gareth came off it fuck's sake. That was probably the fact that he'd done 3 podcasts in 4 days with me. But you do get like that because it's so negative, and you've kind of just got to call a spade, haven't you? When something is underwhelming build, underwhelming show, underwhelming main events, it was all of those things, wasn't it? All those things were true.
But you know what it is, Ben? And this is me even saying this. I wouldn't even go too harsh on them, even myself. And I like to put the boot in when I can, because to me, and listen, it shouldn't be accepted, I suppose. I hate the way there's filler or B shows or whatever we call them. But to be fair, they have earned one. If I'm being honest, every show you hear this year has been fucking balls to the wall. Listen, there's a caveat at the end, don't get me wrong. Balls to the wall, blah, blah. But this is, if it's accepted for me, that the one before your big show in a way, where you've already announced your big match, don't get me wrong, there's other stuff you can iron out, of course there is, that you guys went into. But if you deserve one off, what you're still going to get, mostly good matches, especially when I heard Meltzer saying 9 out of the 11 were great. These only 2 bad.
That is not true. One of the matches was great, and I stand by that, genuinely. And even that.
But at the same time, it's you need a bit of story to set up, which they did for this main event, whether that's, everyone floats everyone's boat or not, but they got there in the end. And we all know now it's going to be blazing all the way through to All In, and it's going to be hot, because it should be now. This is your big show. You get all the TV in order. You've got a big match announced. You start announcing the other matches, and that's the way it should be. So, to me, you're into a little bit having that one off, but even I wouldn't go 2-footed.
It's one of them having one off when you're charging the Americans the same price you did.
Well, this is it.
They're expecting people to sit there for 6 hours.
The match, Ben. If you're having a night off, sorry, mate. If you're having a night off, you do make it like an in your house though. You shorten it by an hour. You shorten it by 4 matches.
Half the price, maybe, honestly, for the Americans. Give MyAEW discounts.
I went on the Wikipedia and seen the match times, and I know it's an old thing now. We're way past it in the content discourse. Jesus Christ, that Jericho match was 25 minutes. Why? Why? There's no need, is there? Fuck's sake.
Shortest match was 16 minutes, something like that. Again, 10 match go. But it's Tony Khan's proper billionaire, isn't he? And that he loves. I love that. We're on flip sides of our usual arguments here, but he just fucking he just hasn't got to him. What do poor people, they want value for money. And what's value for money? You know what it is, mate? It's making The Godfather 2 hours longer. It's making football matches 180 minutes instead of 90 minutes. The poor working classes deserve that, mate, to get their bang for their buck and their money. But the two things are connected, like I say, with it being an underwhelming show with nothing particularly great on it. I think the biggest thing for me was nothing particularly well built on the show is the other big thing. All of that, and again, I think it being the one before All In maybe gives you a little bit of a pass, but like we said on the show, there's little ways of resolving that. You could have, maybe just a little bit of a stronger main event and maybe a drop off on the undercard, or a stronger undercard and a bit of a drop off in the main event. But like I say, you can hear us talk all that in the longer version. But I think it was just the worst of both worlds, unfortunately, in every way.
And I know they don't
still fine.
do this.
Still best than every WWE show this year. To be fair, Gareth did say that.
Wait, of course he did. But my point is, and they'll never do this. But once again, if you're kind of having one off, as you're saying, or having a bit of a lighter show, Why not? Did we need the Young Bucks match? We didn't need it, did we? You could have just had an angle with Mox and Ospreay. You could have had a big segment. You could have, I don't know, it worked. Remember the Bloodline after the Royal Rumble with Sammy? You could just have that an angle, but can't wire it that way that it needs to be a match. Do you know what I mean? So
it was a selling point, don't want it, Moxley and Ospreay versus the Bucks. Like, I would have done other matches, but
last minute, though, wasn't it?
Other one.
A week build.
Yeah,
it was
not a week. The whole thing, the build in general.
No, it wasn't a week build. It was like a week build in duration as well. It was both probably. So it's fucking wild. But you know,
it's all of those things together, isn't it? And like I say, they have created the role for their own back, like by delivering these amazing pay-per-views constantly. But it sets expectations too, doesn't it? And like when you fall for them way below it, then this kind of negative like aura that kind of felt like it surrounded all AEW discourse. It wasn't just us on Monday and Tuesday. I think it's gonna happen, mate. But there we go. We can't all have bangers like Clash in Italy and Crown Jewel and
like SummerSlam. Oh, mate, I'm telling you.
Well, I don't know. We'll get there, mate. We'll be proving that later. But I'm glad we had you as a listener, mate. And like I say, if you haven't heard the full, I think we were reasonable. We were just tired too. But it is, it's also tiring. Those 6-hour AEW pay-per-views. But yeah, glad Matty liked it. Hopefully people did. And if you haven't, do check it out. And yeah, like Matty said, on top of that, the Shibata show was out on Sunday as well. So do check that out. As well as you haven't mentioned it, Matty, the pre-show, hosted by me. I thought the cracking job with the the Oz rap remix. I thought you'd be into that.
Oh, but that was brilliant. That was
not
good.
A cool G
that was really good. Yeah,
that's a shame. That is free also on the Patreon if anybody's on the free side who wants to get a little bit of extra of us on Sundays, a little half-hour chat. So yeah, that's out there as well. And obviously this weekend on top of that, we will be doing the Ask Grapple, kind of quarterly at this point. So yeah, it'll be a quarterly Ask Grapple on Sunday. To be honest, we probably need it with all these fucking SummerSlam coming up to all these big time pay-per-views on top of like the very enjoyable but very meaty Shibata show we did last Sunday as well. So nice relaxed Q&A, mate, and I'm hoping to get some good questions, including on maybe some of the things we're all to talk about in the news.
That's it, Ben. Always a great time, the Ask Grapples, isn't it? You'll get, as you say, on-topic questions, but you'll get the good random ones as well, which we all love and have a bit of fun with as well. So yeah, as you say, due one, and I say every quarter, so really looking forward to that. And all four of us should be on there as well, which is, once again, a rare thing these days, Ben. So that's an event in itself, getting us four together. So looking forward to it, mate.
And we'll be in the shadow of Saturday SummerSlam as well, so we'll see how we can avoid talking about that, but I'm sure we won't be able to. So we'll get a preview of the Spotlight review next week. But
the jobbers in it.
Yeah, there is that.
The jobbers in it.
No, that's second night, mate. That's also the first hour on ESPN. There's that too. But yeah, like we did obviously with Redemption. I won't bore people too much, but obviously this is free on your feeds. That will be a Patreon show next Tuesday. So if you want to hear me and Matty go down the full gambit of the 2 nights of SummerSlam in review form, you can get that over to the Patreon on Tuesday. And like I keep saying, there is a nice offer code there, mate, even better than £1.50. We'll be talking about it in a minute. So yeah, do take advantage while it's still there. It won't be there forever. But on that note, mates, we should get into all things £1.50, and I've got a collection of news stories to talk here, mate. And not that I'm setting you up or anything like that, but we'll do some WWE related news first. Get into the AEW news, get into Dynamite, which I'm excited to talk about, and then we'll preview SummerSlam. But to get into that WWE related news, mate, I don't know. I feel like an easy way in is your mate Trips, mate, has been all over the news. That's the question I want on Ask Grapple. Will Triple H still have a job post SummerSlam? Somebody please ask it so we can spend 15 minutes on whether he's getting the sack on Monday morning. But obviously he's been doing the rounds this week, doing interviews, saying he loves the hate when it comes to critics, after telling, as this headline says, last year fans that fuck off when it came to criticism. And he is somebody who is obviously thick-skinned, mate, and is absolutely fine with it. But he said he wished people would put that investment they have in the booking being bad, or their criticisms, into just supporting the wrestlers and cheering the goodies and booing the baddies. Also, mate, in that same interview, Triple H also said that WWE don't pretend that it's real, and that's why WWE Unreal exists. I don't know if these two things are connected, mate, or if they've got anything to do with the SummerSlam tickets we're about to talk. But yeah, mini version of the conversation. Is Triple H panicking here, mate? Is this he's out on Monday morning type thing, or is he just that gotten to at this point? Like, wasn't saying this, was he, when he was getting bouquets of flowers and everyone was happy with him?
No, and first of all, Ben, I might be the high man on him out to us four, but he's not me mate. Let's get that first and foremost.
You're more your mate than mine, mate. You claim him. He's yours. No, I'm not here. He needs to get to your barbers. He needs to get that whatever he's fucking doing.
He does. Top out. But he's by default, though, Benno. Just because he's in charge of the Fed doesn't mean anything. But yeah, by default, yeah, I suppose. But listen, I've been critical of him, of course, over the last year, and rightfully so, for the most part, of course. But as you say, he's always been the most thin-skinned, fucking insecure wrestler of all time. and he's never changing now, is he? As you say, when it was all rosy, he was all right taking the plaudits. Got to call it what it is. But when it goes a bit downhill, or the creator's not as good, or everything's unraveling, or he's just, as you say, was he in on these creative meetings for about a year? Was he even involved in the room? I think he's there now, Ben, whether you think that's an upgrade or not. I think he's there now because he's gone back to basics. This is why I'm liking SummerSlam for the most part. Don't you know, there's been some horrific stuff along the way, but for the most part, I've been liking it. And he's back to basics with his slug behavior, with his booking. So I think he's more there now. But with all this, as you say, he's just unreal, Ben. Listen, I've done the first episode, you know, first time I've ever watched any of it. And for what it is, it's a great show, yeah. But I don't love it, though. Like, for what it is, I don't personally love it. I can imagine people do, but and he's saying now, like, I know, and he's saying it's about time, like, you know, what's he saying? It's about time we're done. It's not real, but we've known it isn't real for years to me. I don't know what he's on about, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck
wants it both ways.
He
just wants to babyface himself, doesn't he? It's always like when he was bringing the indie guys into NXT, mate, I was always seeing through it. It's like all of a sudden, think Kevin Owens, El Generico and Kevin Steen are the best wrestlers in the world. Like, he just knows that he's going to get a fruit basket from Reddit and they're all going to love him for it. Same thing here, like the full quote here. I wish sometimes we could put that passion into the talent now, as opposed to, it's like when somebody gets heat in this business. Why would they write that way, they say, as opposed to, that no good piece of crap did this. But again, if you put in a reel, how'd you possibly expect people to react like that? I think you can in certain moments, you can get people to react like that, but like... Yeah. It's not going to happen overall, is it? When you are, you know, as fake as WWE is, as fake as AEW is, as fake as wrestling has become, you know. Those moments are fleeting and they're very effective when you can do them. But as an overall, it's just a lot of fucking bollocks, isn't it? Like, I love that in the quote here, he said there's something to saying that innocence of not knowing and it's still being real to me. Like, he could have had a damn it at the end of it as well. Yeah. He definitely knows what the quote was. He's as online as Phil, mate. He sees all this and it hurts him inside.
Together, we should get together. In a room, Ben, sharing, showing each other comments. That's what they do. That's what they literally
What's your banner called? Yeah. The game 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Pepsi Man 24, something like that.
But it is. Yeah. It's a load of nonsense at the end of the day, Ben. As you say, he's just keeping us, you know, it's SummerSlam week. You're going to hear off him. As you say, he's going to try and babyface himself after he's had pelters, you know. As you say, Ben, say what you want about Saudi and that, but when their fans are booing you chanting AEW, you're finished, aren't you? You're absolutely finished. So he's got to try something to get any fan back on board. And with these ticket sales, which they have surpassed 30,000 now, you know, as we're on screen here on the Saturday. I don't know Sundays.
Would you like to know, mate? It's 32,625 for night one with a 34,000 capacity, mate, on the Saturday. Yeah, and you know, just to say the AEW tickets are already past that.
Of course,
we'll get into that in a moment. I actually don't have the updated Sunday numbers. I believe it was just behind. I'll see if there's an updated one anywhere, but. Yeah, that's kind of the state of play at this point. You see them hitting 40 for either of the nights? No,
they'll tell you probably that it's near 40, if not 40. But unless they're literally giving them away, Ben. And listen, you know me, I'm a good, not good actually. I don't mind a little bit of ticket banter. But as I said last time, this is the first one where you go, this is a bad one. Considering it was 70,000 stadium and you're only shifting 30, that's really not good. Like, that is just... the worst one they've done. That's worse than putting Mania in Vegas, because people didn't like to say, but at the end of the day, they both got over 50,000 this year, the one I went to again. So that got put to bed, whereas this, you're not getting nowhere near 40. So this is the worst shit the bed one that they've done, to be fair. So really bad. Really bad.
Oh, sorry, mate, I just hit the wrong button, mate, and the AW numbers came up, 35,000
and they're giving them 150, mate.
Or 3.7. Again,
bottle of Coke. Sausage roll.
You're probably getting more text from Hamlet than I am. I can imagine.
A Doritos bag, a grab bag from your shop, or the co-op, costs fucking more than that.
I will say that's a very small amount of the tickets. They were already shifting before.
It was the 50.
No, it was the 50. No, obviously it's helping, and obviously it's going to. Look, they're going to mark all those ones as sold no matter what, aren't they? They do it every year. It's not new. There's also a limit to the amount of blue light tickets that are out there. It's the 50% off ones that went early, didn't they? Even I believe some of the VIP seating you can get with that 50% off code number, some good offers. So get it if you're listening to this as well. If you missed out, because I think the blue light tickets ran out and then they did add a few more, but that usually happens. And then usually, to be honest, there's still blue light tickets going a few days before the show, but that's definitely not happening this year. But
it's a double-edged, isn't it, Ben? As we always say, genuinely, like, obviously that's not great either for a 90,000, let alone 70.
If you hit last year's the year before last number, I think that would probably satisfy even the most negative people, ourselves included. I'm not certain they will, but I think they're going to surpass what I thought 2 months ago. They're going to surpass what I thought 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. You know, past 40, I think that's okay. And you're getting towards, all right, then I'll take it. And then 50, I think that'd be good. Like if they got there, but obviously that's still a long way away.
But that's what I mean. But on the flip side, in general, though, this is just a thing. 35,000 for a wrestling show is fucking great, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just the fact that it's in a fucking big 90,000 stadium. And once again, going back to SummerSlam, as I say, the market as well, Minnesota, like they can't run that again. They can't. This has just got to be off the fucking Excel fucking docket, as we say. That needs to just go. That city, that town for fucking don't know how long now. That's got to go off the sheet, like, so. Is what it is, mate.
Well, that's what Gareth said about Wembley as well, but Will Tony can't do that. I don't know.
He's got to.
It might just be a free event for us all to go to in a couple of years, mate. Maybe I'll make you a big return for that one. Simon saying there, yeah, the available as a Monza reward. Not quite, mate. We're waiting for Groupon, aren't we? And the other one, the other. What are the other ones that you could put it on? You know, free tickets with like bingo prizes or something like that. Back of your bus stub, like something like that. There you go. There's 2 for 1. Your bus ticket in Liverpool now is £2. There you go. Get an all-in ticket on the back, perfect.
Them Mackey's vouchers that get posted through your door. That's what they just have AEW on.
Tony Khan going door to door with leaflets like me in 2006. Yeah, that could work.
But Ben, you know what the greatest one is? Because obviously, when you say, what's a ticket cost? £1.50. That goes, oh, JP's the one. Like that, it sounds even worse. He said 6 tickets. £9, less than a tenner for 6 tickets. That sounds even worse. It's
now again for our American listeners, it is supposed to be for people in the NHS and other services, but everyone knows someone, don't they? Like everyone's got to connect. So but there's still a limit. There is a limit, as far as I know, unless they're just not doing a limit this year and they're gonna try and go for the record by any means necessary. Which, as you said on Tuesday, I would also support. So there we go. And Andy does point out, the city did pay for the Fed, so yeah, that is a little bit of a different setup as well. London got this one for free. But there we go. Enough on that. We're talking AEW later. Sorry, I couldn't help but slip it in, Matty, as we have talked about it 3 or 4 times this week. But moving on to the other WWE news, WWE have announced that Roman Reigns is going to be filling a few dates coming up, mate. He's going to be coming to work. And this is news. You don't get this from anyone else, do you? Man goes to work, but apparently the OTC is going to be on Money in the Bank next month, and on top of that, he's pretty much listed for all of the Raws post this pay-per-view coming up the weekend, mate. So I don't know if you had is the less out than there was with Kevin Knight now with Seth Rollins. Like, I mean, I guess he could be on there as challenger, but feel like that might be a way to what's happening at the weekend. It's
every fortnight there, really, in August. So he's doing
true.
So he's on one, off one. On one, off one, on one.
Yeah, it's because that Raw SmackDown double, isn't it? That makes it look.
So he might even get him on SmackDown to fulfill. That's what you should do when he's on the double tapings. They should get him on both shows really to pad it out. But then he's off for a bit, and then he's only on one each month in September and October. So listen,
so he's going to drop the belt at Money in the Bank. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, probably not, Ben. I reckon he'll have it till WrestleMania with any luck. Like, and hopefully another 4 years, like the first one. We're mirroring Bloodline again, so we should mirror what happened last time.
I can't wait to talk that later.
But listen, obviously, we'll talk that. But listen, Ben, you might get the big dream match. Big Cass is debuting back again, isn't he, on the 3rd of August? So you might get
that.
That's
raw, isn't it? This Sunday, yeah. That's the big draw. He's the only name announced to look on Cage Match. It just said at the bottom, talent, Big Cass. I might buy a ticket for that. We'll see. Can he get us over as he did in AEW? We'll see. But yeah, that's your Roman Reigns update. Or the WWE news. They've moved TripleMania. There you go. That's a show that I should have done this first. A show that can move tickets, mate, to the MGM Garden Arena. They've stepped up, mate, from where were they running before? It was the Pyramid, wasn't it? The Luxor. The Luxor Theatre, and they sold that out, mate, for the Friday, September, the 11th show. I think the Sunday show is obviously in Mexico, but they've stepped up to the MGM, mate. You're a Luxor man or you're an MGM man. Tells you something there, trying to get going with this AAA brand, mate. Yeah, Phil will be the champion by then, Phil will be he'll be wearing a mask, mate, and he'll be carrying around the belt, sorted.
As he said, he's wore one before, hasn't he? So he's we'll put it back on again. But hey, listen, that's bold though, Ben. It's a positive sign. I'm always a bit apprehensive though. Like, how many did the overwhelming, and did you end up being in the middle, like 10,000? It looks a bit shabby, but then they can mass 10,000 in that arena, can't they? But as you say, listen, there's some demand for it there, so fair play to them. And it's
did we ever figure out why there's a grip back? Yeah, was it literally just a flight from America back to Mexico for the other pay-per-view? Is it literally just that? Is there anything on that Saturday, in September?
It must be something to do with logistics like that, but it must be. Otherwise, why wouldn't he? So it is very weird, but yeah, TripleMania.
Hire a jet, come on, cheapskate.
Back to Vegas though, Ben. They fucking love Vegas, don't they? TKO, like, so fucking
It used to be Tony's place, that, mate. Remember back in the day, mate, walking around, people in AW t-shirts and all the casinos, young bucks. You'd see everyone knocking around. Not the same anymore, sadly. But moving on from there, other WWE news, Mike Santana, we didn't catch this, obviously, with doing the Spotlight review for the live on Tuesday. Changed his name, mate. He's now Cruz Montana. Everyone's kicking off. We're going to have one of these conversations where we've shrugged. It's not great.
No, but
I also, it's funny this because I also like the defense as well. It meant something to it, something to do with that. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, it's still a good or a bad name is a good or a bad name at the same time, isn't it? But I also think, like, if he came in and they said his name was Michael Santana and he'd been working Cruz Montana in the Indies, ooh, the Michael might make people go, oh, that's a bit shit, isn't it? I think it's the Cruz bit that's not, because he's got, I think it's quite lame his first name being Mike, but I think if it was Mike Montana, I think that might make the transition a little bit easier. I don't know if it's the Cruz bit that's annoying people, but yeah, WWE name is going to WWE name. Don't know what else you can say, really.
No, listen, and I'm behind him to pull it off, though, because I think hopefully he's not there long and he gets on the main roster because, like we keep saying, he's authentic, carries himself well, looks great. So the name to me, it's not that he needs the name, if you get me. There's some wrestlers that will need that name or couldn't carry a given name, a generator name like that. But for me, he could be called fucking, I don't know what, fucking Picture Frame, and he'd look cool to me and he'd be sound. So I'm just looking at the picture frame next to me. That's my point. He's got it, and you know what I mean? To me,
could have been worse, that insult. I mean, Grayson Waller could have gone with that, mate, with his cracking pipe bomb that happened on NXT that even CM Punk took to Instagram to put over. Like, I'm sure you're a huge fan of that. What the fuck? What?
Oh, listen, it's just, that's their thing now, isn't it? Every so often when someone's obviously getting misused, and that's their way of airing the grievances, but it's done. I don't mind it. Sparingly, like.
Will he ever make it to main roster, or will it be another Jordan Grace?
Wait, do you mean Cruz Montana?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant Grayson Waller then. Sorry, but yeah, I think he will.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I think he'll be. As I say, I hope he doesn't stay long. Gets this title when he's in the title feud straight away. That usually means they don't stay there long, but hopefully it's just a couple and done. Wins the title, loses it, gets out of there. Hopefully by the Rumble. That quick for me. You want, or WrestleMania does the main event of the NXT show, WrestleMania, then night after Mania comes up. If he can, I've got confidence in this one, Ben. Listen, that could sound awful and he could be fucking jobbed out by when, but I've got confidence in him to carry himself. He won't allow it, I don't think, at the same time. He's got a bit of belief, and so yeah, proper wrestler to me.
Fingers crossed. Well, moving on from there, some AEW related news. MyAEW announcing they're expanding the streaming service. This press release came out today. I think I got it in my inbox, so I'm still on a good list somewhere. But yeah, they've added a few different shows, obviously, companies to it, including some upcoming shows. Rev Pro among the companies now on MyAEW. On top of that, WXW, Pro Wrestling Eve, also listed on there as well. And yeah, means that coming up, the show cut to the top from WXW halfway through this month. That'll be on there from Oberhausen. Obviously, the usual ROH Death by Dishonor before Dishonor show will be on there. But on top of that, yeah, Eve versus the World from Wembley weekend will be on there, as well as Rev Pro's 14-year anniversary show. The listed, it says in brackets pay-per-view, but I believe that's part of the subscription to MyAEW. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who might be listening. But yeah, that's going to be on there, and yeah, makes it quite accessible for the big weekend, obviously, for anyone like ourselves, mate, who are popping down for obviously the actual pay-per-views on Sunday.
Oh, it makes perfect sense, Ben, doesn't it? As you say there, and look at the collection of logos there, mate. That's it. Certainly some
CMLL. You got to collect them all, mate. This is Tony Khan's like dream, innit? He was a wet dream. When I was a kid, I was in I had my little books out, and I was like planning out my own wrestling shop. And like that was my entire dream. So I had like a DVD section, I had like a magazine section. I'd draw pictures endlessly of it. Tony Khan had the same thing. TV channel, I think it was probably for him back in the day, and I've had all the wrestling on it. I could see that.
Oh yeah, and listen, as you say, it just makes absolutely perfect sense for that. And as you say, we might be there watching the other shows because we're don't know what the script is for all.
Red Pro being on there, I think that's massive. I think that'd be really big for them that weekend, and also embeds the relationship too, as well, doesn't it? Yeah. And notable companies that aren't on there, but yeah, the ones that are obviously the ones, including Eve, having the Ospreay connection, friendly to AEW.
There's your big one, Death Before Dishonor, mate. August 21st. It's still alive, mate. It's still there. You'll be watching
30
that one.
years, mate. Please stop, Tony. It's already dead. But he's never gonna, is he? So there you go. That's it for anyone with the MyAEW subscription. There's a little extra that you're going to be getting going forward. And yeah, on top of that, some other quick bits of news and notes. Cope announced for MLP, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling's show coming up here. As the F4W website does cause me to verify. Gotta love that. Vietnamese IP. We'll blame that. But there we go. Yeah, Cope is going to be working their show Saturday, October the 3rd. Whether he will be wrestling or not is probably more to the question. But yeah, they are talking it up as possibly being that, maybe in the main event or a top singles match on the card. And yeah, pretty big announcement for them, especially amongst the rumors like we talked about on Tuesday of Cope potentially retiring sometime soon. Maybe it's scratching an itch of working the Maple Leaf Gardens, mate. And yeah, genuinely, I don't like him, obviously. I think he's a knob. I think he's an anti-draw, so maybe they'll sell less tickets now. But in all seriousness, they're probably going to sell some tickets to see Cope in like a smaller setting like that, especially in such a historic place there for now the Canadian national company.
And as you say there, Ben, if it's all part of this rumoured like retirement tour or retirement run, makes perfect sense for him to go there, doesn't it? Even more so, you know what I mean? So, yeah, fair play to them. Listen, I haven't watched them for a few months properly, or maybe a couple of years being an AEW, but always be one of my favourites deep down, Ben Edge. So fair play to him, getting this in before he does jack it all in.
He's one of those people, and you just can't picture him. Like, it was hard to picture him working outside WWE. Now picturing him working, in AEW, and now it's picturing him working like in just a general indie. Obviously, he did it a couple, didn't he, in his very, very early career? But
yeah,
there you go. Maybe he'll be a hot ticket seller for people. But you can watch obviously MLP on MyAEW as well. And on top of that, on the AEW news, Tony Khan also, not just Triple H. Obviously, been talking a little bit this week, mate. He did say that he's talking about potential signings and also talking about when pay-per-view should end. He was pushed on. Remember, Tony, when you said the pay-per-view was going to finish, start an hour earlier, and then it still finished at midnight? I was like, oh, no, that was always the plan. Done by midnight on the East Coast, done by, what would that be, 9 p.m. on the West Coast? Perfect. Never mind. Fucking Europeans and people like me in Asia. But he was also pushed on the potential free agents coming up and said, yeah, we have to be considerate about who we sign, who comes in, because right now there's so many great wrestlers competing for spots on TV and pay-per-view. So yeah, obviously the most likely rumored names, Meltzer said 7 was possibly going to be the number of people that Tony was going to sign. I mean, you expect New Day, don't you? You probably expect the Motor City Machine Guns, and then
Kyrie, Sheamus.
Kyrie, Sheamus. There you go. Yeah, Sheamus is a bit of a later one, isn't he? But yeah, pretty much he makes up those numbers as well. But maybe encouraging, no, please no. Bo Dallas. Maybe encouraging though that Tony's being a little bit more cautious, at least in the way he's talking about it.
I mean, if 7's cautious, no better. I mean, fucking hell, that's like fucking. It would have been all of them, wouldn't it? A couple of years ago, there were all 14 of them. But most of them will get a shot on like Ring of Honor or Collision. They will get at least a one-shot like deal. The others may be signed, of course, but most of them names, more than 7, will turn up eventually. 100%. 100%. He can't help himself.
Well, our finally stories, Mick Foley has explained away his AEW Redemption weird segment, mate. Don't know if you saw this. I probably just thrown this into the news just to get you on it. He called it a slight misunderstanding, mate. I'm not sure it was. Did you hear Meltzer's audio when Meltzer bought it? And Meltzer was like, oh, no, Foley said that he just misheard. He thought he said bow wow and not bow down. And Foley doubling down on that in there and going to Uncle Dave, like, fuck me. And there's been some interesting photos of Foley floating around, is all I'll say this week too.
Oh, mate, yeah, there has been. But, like, I don't get it. Like, if who'd you blame it? You blame Foley, yeah, of course. But who booked it? Who writ it? It's Khan, or just, once again, it's He's
been awkward all the way. Like, he was on Dynamite this week. He was, like, starting his sentences too early before the camera had gone to him and stuff.
Seen that on the ramp last week, I think that was. I seen that. He's, like, saying hello before the music stopped, and all that. Yeah. He fucking finished, but it's one that I'm not saying Khan writ it, but if Khan just goes, oh yeah, go and do what you want, miss. That's where I always push back on when everyone gets free reign. It's like, you're going to get stuff like this. It's just a part of the course if you give every wrestler free reign. But it was bad though, Ben, wasn't it? I don't even think bad's the word. What was it? Like, what the fuck was he doing? Or what was he doing? Like, it's...
Read his books to find out whether he might enjoy something like that. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, that's Foley. And yeah, it was funny to hear Big Dave try and defend him, but you can always tell reading between the lines who's in with him and who's not. And yeah, other news, there was a quote about Chris Jericho saying he was never gone from AEW. I'm not getting into that. He fucking tell me about it, mate. It doesn't feel like he's ever gone, but he was fucking on his podcast. He was talking about like TNA about them being like the new number 2. Like he was one of the people pushing that, and he was one of instead of saying we about AEW, he started to say they, and little things like that creeped in. You don't know how fucking close we were to getting rid of Jericho, but sadly we haven't. And yeah, the other and finally story, not a quotable, this one, the Insane Clown Posse taking us into Dynamite, mate. I played with Tony before Dynamite, which does remind me, and as Platt says there, of course, they're in the Detroit area, and it is Detroit Collision tonight as well. So that could be a good spot for the Motor City Machine Guns. There you go. Collision always needs more wrestlers, and yeah, maybe we get the. Do you think ICP got cheered quite a bit? I don't know if you saw the clip, but I always thought it was an M&M town now, Detroit, but apparently still got love for the ICP for the Clowns, mate. Still down with the Clowns.
Just look at that picture, though, Ben. Just look at it. It's great, isn't it? Card with the ICP. I mean, I hope they come in and have a
Careful,
match.
Russo, see that in your bucket.
Yeah, he will do, yeah. But just wild. But listen, he does this with hometown people, doesn't he, and local people, which, you should do. We should that for the local pop, as we always say. So not a problem with that at all. And yet, if Platt's right here, if Russo comes in, I could defect fully. I could.
The best mates now, aren't they? After that interview,
they actually are, yeah.
But there you go. ICP getting a pop in AEW. At least he didn't work the show like Rhino. It sounds like he's going to be on properly on Collision tonight. So some of these legends never die. What can you do? But speaking of which, that does take us nicely into Dynamite this week. And yeah, we talked a little bit there, mate. That you have seen a few of the notable things from the show this week. And obviously, the most notable thing, as we said at the top of the show, was Omega Ospreay. I will say straight away, like I did feel like this week's Dynamite really got rid of some of the bad taste that I think most people who were big into their AEW had on Monday morning. It was still a fucking 2.5 hour show though, because of course it was after the 6 hour pay-per-view. That's all you want, but more forgivable, I think, mostly because the majority of like that half hour overrun was taken up by one of the better segments of the night, which was the Ospreay and Omega stuff. So we can get into that. Obviously, a couple of matches announced for All In as well. Great venue too, got to be said. Thought it looked incredible, mate, and up year on year, as far as attendance goes in Detroit.
What was the house again? What was it?
ICP still draws, is all I'm saying, mate.
What was the house?
Thousands, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a small venue, mate. It looked great. It was perfect. They filled that venue, and that's great. It was something
that's
like
good.
2,000.
Yeah.
But I think that's fine. I think that's okay. And Dynamite numbers are generally
steady.
It's Collision that's down. But anyway, so it looked good, sounded good. Crowds were incredible. I thought like proper good Detroit crowds. Maybe they'll get Wrestle Dream later in the year, which still hasn't been announced. But yeah, I think definitely a breath of fresh air coming off the pay-per-view of the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to speak about like what I seen there, Ben, of course, that's what it was. The fans were into all that I seen, so that obviously does fucking help when it's a wrestling show, obviously. But
even the throwaway matches, and there were some throwaway matches on this one, but I'm fine with that. It's not like it's a pay-per-view, but so that's okay. Yeah.
But I don't know where you want to start on the backstage first before we get into the in-ring promo, because I want to just fucking hotshot into that promo, because I thought that was fucking brilliant. Like I thought, and my negative side on it, Ben, is, and it's not against the lads here, I think they peaked too early. I think they peaked. I think they can't get better than that. I thought that was absolutely, like, honest to God. But even Kenny Omega playing that role, like, he's not the best, is he, on the mic? Everybody knows that. But he was serious. He was fucking into it. Ospreay was brilliant with the back and forth. And the stuff he was saying, though, is he was building this match up what it should be. And I think they've peaked, though, Ben. Like, genuinely do. Like, if they can get a segment as good as this in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'll take my fucking hat off to them. I'll take the cap off every time to them, because I thought they nailed this. It got you right involved, and you obviously got the Death Rider stuff that preceded it, etc. But genuinely, Ben, these were like right on it, genuinely proper on it, mate.
It went a long way to kind of like address. Again, I think we were right coming out of the pay-per-view. I think they both just looked like dickheads at the end of the pay-per-view, with, Ospreay trusting the Death Riders right till the end, and, Omega taking out Ospreay. But I think what this promo did well was explaining both of those point of views, wasn't it? Like, I haven't loved all the Death Rider stuff. You mentioned it, like the open to the show. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed, Ospreay bumping into the bullies backstage while Renee awkwardly stood, because one of them's a husband, but we don't talk about that. But, I like that. I liked him, going after Daniel Garcia. It did feel very, one of the films that John Moxley seems to take a lot of inspiration through on this. You could imagine that in Green Street Hooligans or something like that, or something else, where Daniel Garcia gets thrown against the wall and, Ospreay's kicking off at him. I thought that was well done. I think the overall tease of Moxley being this, in the clouds, this Moxley hanging over this big main event, I am interested in how they pay that off, and if they keep this going all the way to the pay-per-view, and that's a distraction surrounded just the good match that's all in that is guaranteed in the main event. But like, I think this particular segment of it was one of the good examples of it. I thought that was good. I enjoyed seeing Hangman obviously appeared as well out of nowhere. Hair looking a bit better than it did on Collision a couple of weeks ago.
A little perm in it.
Sorted out. Yeah, the top looked good. He was looking handsome there. The cowboy. I like that little wrinkle to it. But no, he's perfect though. You could do something there with some kind of tag. I don't know how the numbers would make up now, but like he's a fourth body. Just call it that. Be in the mix in whatever singles matches are coming out of this as well. So love that too. And then to your point, I thought the main event segment was, for me, I've been worried, and I think we talked about it. I think we had that conversation about would our Ospreay MJF on the bill to All In just be the path of least resistance as far as carrying the TV work, and then the match being lesser. The risk with these two was always you give them a microphone and what are they going to do? And we saw that 3 weeks ago, didn't we? Like, this was just, like you said, a step up. I think it was, like I say, very good at explaining where Ospreay was coming from, whether I agree with it or not, but why he trusted the Death Riders, why he changed his mind, and also why Omega was a dickhead on Sunday. I think at the end of it, they still kind of came out like dickheads at the very end, and obviously, the physicality there is we can get into too as well. But it was a massive step up from that, and yeah, I think it might be a gamble, as far as like, are you going to put these in the ring together again over the next 3 to 4? It's 4 weeks, isn't it, altogether of Dynamite before the pay-per-view? Will it be as good as this? I don't know, but I thought, this was great, and I think they both nailed their parts in it.
100%, and that's what I'm trying to say. You can't have a go at the lads for delivering. It's just that they've got to keep delivering. Now you're gonna get on these 3-4 weeks, as you're saying, you're gonna have to have you'll have Garcia Ospreay now, won't you? That's one on Dynamite that you can have. Just more wins. That Collision. Yeah, there you go. Straight away, another win for Ospreay. And Omega, Ben, use your line here. Like, he's got to be that situational heel, though. On the night, without leaning back to his old character, he's got to, like, be that heel, hasn't he? Especially, like, he's going to Ospreay's home fucking country. He's got to play it in the build-up and like, be teasing him. Like he's saying, if you were built and ready for this title, you'd already have it, but now I've got it again. So all that stuff's great because he's got to lean into that. He's got to hammer that home and try and get booed on the night as well, even though they're going to have this amazing match and it's going to be cheered all through the stadium. He's still got to play that heel for me, which...
And you've still got to create interest, haven't you? Outside the stadium for people to buy the pay-per-view and be invested in the personal side of it. I think that's what they did well here. Kenny's still always going to be Kenny. He's still hokey in those moments. Like, you can't, unfortunately, he's got to be Kenny Omega. He can't be anyone.
He's the best he's been in a while. Yeah.
But the best he can be as Kenny Omega is stuff like this. And and getting aggressive, like you say, and slapping Ospreay, I think was good. It was good character motivation. It made sense. It made, like I say, it made Sunday make sense. And it made this whole thing, you can see the pieces a little bit more now, can't you? Now they're going to get there and how, like, the story's going to develop. And like you said, totally, I don't think Omega's going to be full shades of grey, but he's going to have to operate in that role, isn't he? Definitely, so he's almost getting himself ready for that, isn't he? And it does clear the runway for Ospreay to be that homecoming big babyface. I think it did a lot of good to some of the negative that we've seen over the last couple of weeks.
And even that Hangman interaction as well, where, like, obviously the tied in history where he's like, well, I don't trust Kenny, so I can't trust you, kind of thing, that was good as well. So it's like, it's layers and it is. And
I like that they were both like, no, I get it, bro. No worries. Tapping each other on the shoulders. Like, baby faces, like an action film, Tango and Cash or something. You can imagine it. I loved it. Main characters, mate. That's what we do.
Is that what we do? Yeah. With Hangman, like, what do you do?
I don't know where Kevin Knight was, but, anyway.
Yeah, well, there you go. Do you just do, like, the rematch from last year? Do you just do Mox and Hangman without the belt? You just do that as a match? Who knows? Mox, as you say, he's got to wrestle. Unless he's this, like, Ric Flair SummerSlam 92 at ringside job they're going to do or something. Or he's got to wrestle, I mean, he's one of your big stars that's been featured all fucking since AEW's existence. He's got to be featured on this big event, hasn't he? So, unless they don't
Hangman was fucking around with Ricochet by the end of the show, so I don't know.
Oh, well, that'll get a Dynamite match, and then we can get there with the rematch. But once again, that makes sense, because he can't go for the title, can he? And stuff like that. So, it's a tough one, but the match has been announced, as we say. It's been fucking, you've had all the Death Rider stuff put to bed to a degree. So now we're on the road to it. And if the lads can keep it up for these 4 weeks, then create that interest, like you're saying, they're onto a storm, mate, because the match is going to deliver. We all fucking know that. That's the most obvious thing in the world. So they need just to give it that bit more steam these next couple of weeks. And, mate, they've got a fucking winner there.
2 thumbs up for me, like a great start to the proper build now. Again, we'll just Men in Black it. The pay-per-view didn't happen. And now it's all that time. So it's WrestleMania season, mate. We gotta get going, but strong. Simon saying there he's never been a fan of Kenny. He wants to see him win rather than Will. I could see coming out with that reaction, but I think it Ospreay came across more sympathetic here than anything. But people might go that way, and I think for that type of match, I think that's okay. Obviously, with the vast majority of people in the stadium going on Ospreay's side, but yeah, that was the big build for that. And the other big segment that got the big build was Mercedes and Willow. Of course, we had to do a championship celebration because wrestling. I know bits of it. I don't want to say that Willow was faking the tears or not, but it was coming off a little bit. It was a little bit much, a bit hammy, but it then made sense why they were doing it because the most hammy woman in the world was about to come out in Mercedes to be the hammy villain on the on the other side of it. It wasn't quite as good, I would say, but went away to make this. Weirdly, it's like the contents of it wasn't amazing, the delivery wasn't amazing, but they did, and maybe it was this crowd again, and we got it there, didn't mention it with Ospreay and Omega, but this crowd made it feel like two gigantic stars in this division having the big match. And there's been reporting this week that this was always the plan. It was just going to be the other way around until Willow got hurt and Mercedes was out, and it all kind of got messed up, so they just went the other route, gave Willow the belt, and now Mercedes is the challengers, the heel. I still think that's a little bit harsh to tackle. We can get into that obviously at another time, but felt like two big stars. Does feel like a big match, and again, feel better about it coming off the pay-per-view based on how this came across, at least with the live audience on Dynamite.
Mate, first of all, look, tackle it there. It's business. It's Goldberg, the Fiend stuff. It's Sami Zayn, CM Punk stuff from this year. It is. No, it is. Unfortunately, it is.
She'll be protected, won't she?
Yes, she will. But you got the biggest pay-per-view you're doing of the year. Mercedes versus Willow, whether I like that or not, is the biggest match that you got to do in this division at the moment. So she has to be shuffled to the side, whether she's been great or not. That's just business for you. That's wrestling. And she will be looked after and get her rematches after this. But business comes first there. But this is a pure double-edged one again for me, Ben, because it was all about the fans, this segment. Because I watched this twice in the Barbers. I watched genuinely, I watched this segment and I was like, this is brilliant because the fans. And then the second time I watched it, I ignored the fans and they were just waffling so much shit that the fans to me genuinely made this more better than it was, genuinely. Because Mercedes for me, Jesus Christ, she
is bad. It's why she can only be a heel too, innit? Exactly. I was one of the people going, maybe we could do tackle Mercedes. No, they couldn't. No, they couldn't. No chance. She had to be the babyface.
And I thought, this is what I mean. I know AEW fans, and this isn't a slight, play along more than anyone. I thought these fans fucking couldn't stand it. They were it was like X-Pac hits she was getting Mercedes. It was up there, genuinely, as if we know you're a good wrestler, but never fucking be talking on the mic. I didn't think Willow was great either here. Genuinely thought this was one of her worst days. As you say, I don't
She's had a couple of bad weeks recently.
It's my pet peeve where these characters who win belts do this fake crying. But I let Willow off of that because that is her character. It's Bayley-esque in it. It's happy-go-lucky, you win a belt. I get that. But they also do like an LA night, no one deserved this. People need to be like that. But I get her character. But she wasn't great. She was stumbling over the words and just high-pitched voice. It was just the fans. And then obviously near the end where Bane and what's the name, laying across it, come in. That was obviously the end point. But yeah, it was all about the fans for me. But I agree with what you said there. We've got the men's main event sorted. We've got the women's title match sorted. Your two big stars. Ticks in the box, Ben. The two thumbs up for both of them. And once again, don't want to see them now. Don't want to see them get the mic now. That's all again.
Yeah. The problem is you've got to, haven't you? The problem is you've got 4 weeks to fill.
Let them wrestle. Let her go through Bane. Let her go through Cross. Do that instead of giving them segments. You know what?
Well, that's a slight negative because I think we were talking up they're going to do Divine Dominion and the Brawling Birds. Is that going to be a Wembley match? Because, babyfaces, Brawling Birds, I don't love the act, but in Wembley, people are going to get behind them. But it's for next week, isn't it? So, odd one. But yeah, obviously, them getting a bit of time too. But overall, two big matches for the show. We are ticking along nicely. Elsewhere on the show, we had Andrade beating Nick Wayne and Jack Perry in a three-way match, mate. Because they had Nick Wayne and Jack Perry within the national title ladder match, mate. And I don't know if you know, mate. The international. I keep making that mistake. The international title shot ladder match with a nice little, they do a clipboard, mate. They put the piece of paper on it. You'd love it in your office, mate. You'd be the one printing it off. You'd be putting it up. Great stuff. And it was all the way at the fight, mate, for Bayley to win, only for these two knobheads to immediately get a shot on another belt. But that's AEW.
You know what? Even this is not me putting the boot in. That is just for fuck's sake. Even if it's not for the title, just have a triple threat match for something. You don't even have to have it for the fucking title. You don't. Fucking hell, that just didn't. And then obviously Shivani announced Andrade being a qualifier in a casino golden qualifier.
Like, what's he done? Like, I feel it feels like heel GM stuff, doesn't it? Guess what? You're going to defend it against two men. It was like, I mean, the match was fine. There's not even worth going into. It was a match with moves. And, you know, yeah, Jack Perry is Jack Perry and Nick Wayne is Nick Wayne. But, like, it did feel a little bit like a handicap match at points. And I was like, fucking hell, this heel GM, Tony Khan's really putting Andrade through it. And now he's got to defend it in a casino gauntlet at Wembley. Unbelievable. Crazy.
It's wild, mate. It is. But listen, Andrade, though, to be fair, he's still, once again, whether this title adds anything to his character, which he probably didn't need, did he? Maybe it makes sense with the Don Callis stuff. I'm not obviously not in the weeds as much, but he took a title off them, so it ticks that box that he's feuding with them, I suppose. But does it fucking add anything to his character where he's getting over, and he genuinely on his lonesome? So fair play to him for that.
I believe that from Platt then, Colon versus Mortis versus Knight on Collision, so everyone gets one. I could see that coming. But we obviously, we had the Brawl Birds calling out Divine Dominion on the show, as noted. On top of that, we had Don Callis family strife, mate, with Kevin Knight himself, the big star of the pay-per-view. Brian Cage and Jake Doyle having a backstage segment with Kyle Fletcher. And again, obviously, Knight was talking about how he'd headline pay-per-views again. We'll see, probably at some point. And then hoping that Fletcher would retain the title. And a card that appeared for the joke walking from the back thing. He didn't even have his belt weirdly. There we go.
What belt he got? The Continental? Or was that Moxley?
Oh wait, does he now? No, he doesn't. Does he? Moxley's got it. Sorry,
he lost it to Takeshita.
That's why. Yeah. So like,
I'm not shocked, no, Ben. Genuinely not fucking shocked. You forgot, like.
He's the butt of the joke, but yeah, we're obviously setting up some kind of Don Callis family 3 or 4-way coming up. Yeah,
100%. What I've seen, it's a card there, Fletcher, fucking even like Knight in there now as well. Takeshi's in the G1. Will he make it back?
Put all the belts up, get Andrade involved. There you go. The winner gets all the belts. We just make them into
all.
one. Mate, how about that? Be great. That would put Bandito in it too. ROH title.
Get all 60 with fucking, you might as well just put them on the lights at Wembley and let them climb up the fucking girders at the side of the stage. Whoever grabs them wins. That's what you might as well do at this point, and just combine all the fucking belts, Ben. Jesus Christ, it's gone beyond the joke, though. We joked about this 2 years ago when there was too many belts, and we couldn't remember, and there's about 3 more now. Fucking hell.
Someone's going to be in the comments now, Carter's got this belt, and be like, oh yeah, of course he does. That's where I'm getting that from. But yeah, on top of that, we did have on the show Mike Bailey and Bro Dito went over the Don Callis family, like I say, to follow that up. I just mostly felt bad. Solid match. Mike Bailey keeping on the the momentum going off the pay-per-view. Did come across like a big hometown hero on Sunday, so that was nice. Garrett didn't love it, but I imagine you're a bit softer on old Mike Bailey. But I mostly felt bad for Jake Doyle having to stand next to Brian Cage, mate. It was a tough role for anyone.
No, listen, Bailey's one of them. I think to me, he's a great in the building wrestler. When you're there live, you get fucking swept in by him, don't you? He's one of them wrestlers to me. But then once you watch him on telly, he's great for like the first 3 times you see him again, and then it's just the same old shit to me. And that's very, very like. I know every wrestler's got the forte and got the moves, and people will lash that out of Brett or of this, but he literally is the same shit all the time. No matter who he's wrestling, it's the same story every fucking time. The same spot he hits, the same spot he misses. And listen, I'm not just digging him out.
He needs to leave the territory, don't he, mate? That
he just needs his best out. For a bit. But listen, they're going with him, aren't they? Well, it seems like he's the flavour of the month at the minute. And Tony's fucking green bells or green lights in his fucking office. He's going for him. So getting that big match in Mexico, isn't it, against Fletcher, which will be great. So fair play, is what it is.
Outside of that, My World beat Persephone. Well, it was pretty good, actually. Persephone had showed a lot of personality. My World looked better there than she did with Cheetah. Don't know what that tells you. But yeah, that's where we are in the world. But yeah, Persephone is someone that would would behoove them to maybe use a little bit more of. But yeah,
just get to the bed.
Tried to get involved, and we had Chris Statlander turn it up as well.
Just keep getting to the next set. Keep going, mate, because this is the best. Keep going.
Mark Davis said that he was mad about losing the national title. Wants to face Ospreay. Obviously, that's another Grand Slam match next week. Be good. That was the problem. Mark Davis.
It's not that. No, I love big Mark Davis fan. Probably one of the biggest you'll ever meet, and that's a great match. History, law. Will be a banger. Got all the stuff that's happened on AEW as well as back home over here. Great stuff, mate. Next segment, please, because this is the one. You should put the match graphic on over this with the video views. You should just put it overlay, Ben. That's what you should do.
The Demand versus the Conglomeration. Oh no,
no.
Moxley Commander, mate, was on the show. for the Continental title. Something like that. It's a good match.
No, mate, I'm not.
Could have put Commander in the main event on Sunday, mate. He'd have done just as well. That's what I said.
And I don't want to like get under the eye of Simon, but that's the problem, Benno. John Moxley, right? Jacko.
I mean, John Moxley is a problem,
right?
yeah.
And when he found out that I cracked up about the fucking El Clon and John Moxley graphic, I woke up this morning because I didn't know this match was happening, and he sent me this match graphic, and I woke up and I pissed myself laughing. Benno, it's just Moxley and Mox. How long did it go? 15 minutes? Why?
Something like that. It was good. I mean, if you told me I'd seen it 16 times before, I'd also tell you they were good too. Like, it was good. It was. I mean, he's just. He's obviously. It is funny. Like, as much as I enjoyed that segment earlier, he has become the main character in like the world title feud here, despite holding another belt. So it's great politic of me, because when it comes out of All In, and we obviously have the Ospreay and Moxley match, I thought maybe you could even, I was a big. I would have done like Omega and Moxley at the pay per view, but then Moxley would have had to lose, wouldn't he, to tell this story? So presumably they're saving that for later on. Otherwise, I think it's a bit of a waste not doing that. I mean, Omega's not going to be champion again either, is he? So I mean, I don't think it would have been a problem to do it, but there we go. That's going to come up too, and Moxley's going to lose both of those matches, mate. No problem, clean in the middle. Yeah, and he could have lost the Commander here, mate, and therefore he wouldn't have the belt, and it wouldn't be a problem.
No, it just cracks me up, Ben. Honestly, like, honest to God, that's why it's the greatest business in the world. Because
the John Moxley business,
explain it to everyone. Like, the match was great, it did well, it achieved what it did, but we all know the reason. That's why the bubble is the best ever. Just that graphic set me into stitches, mate.
Have you seen what Andy's talking about here with like the weird RKO thing where Commander?
No, I'm off Twitter, aren't I?
Moxley's all fucking.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
You'd actually get some joy out of it. You'd enjoy it. It was a good match.
No, you know what? I love, and I have been roped in. I love watching this backstage stuff, Moxley, because of how. We always say this. Well, I think we agree on this, Ben. I always say...
He'd be good at character acting in a film, a certain type of film, but, And
he's so serious, isn't he? He does protect... Like, I like that about him. That's why it's funny. You know what I mean? He takes himself far too seriously. And which I love wrestlers who do that. Do you know what I mean? Who don't job or who always protect themselves. And, mate,
he had a great quote this week. We only follow the rules that we have to. I was like, really stuff that.
I love him, lad. Honestly, great stuff.
Goosebumps, mate. Goosebumps.
Sweating, though. I am absolutely drained here. Fucking sweating.
That took place. I knew you were setting me up for that. We had Mick Foley and the Bang Bang Gang. They did the whole thing about Bang Bang. It was shit. I like Mick being around. It's fine. And the Demand and the conglomeration went far too long, but we had a good segment after it. And the Demand won the trios titles. So yeah, Brody King and this is where Brody King and Hangman made the big save as the Demand attempted to do the beatdown, obviously with the Jay Lethal, Bray Christian, and Lee Johnson, who are now attached to them. I don't really understand, but big mega stable now. The swell, I think that's what they were called, and the Demand and the conglomeration continues to exist. I would just like Hangman to get away from these nerds, mate. I would just like him to. I know the gimmick is now that he can go for other belts that aren't the world belts, and he's gonna have to be lower down the card. But I think I'd rather he team with Doc or than be messing around with this. But maybe that's what we're setting up for the trios belt.
Well, you know what? Once again,
him and Ricochet wouldn't be a bad match. If it was just him and Ricochet, to get the geeks out the way is the problem. But in fairness, like that wouldn't be so bad.
It's 101 though, Ben. Unfortunately, how Khan operates. You'll get like the fucking tag matches with the Gates of Agony. You'll get Lethal versus Hangman on a Collision. Just how we do it though. Like genuinely, that's not a good or whatever you want to say. That's how we books. But listen, and I'm once again like it's weird. Sometimes when you expect me to put 2 feet in an AEW, I don't. Or times where I shouldn't I do. But with Hangman, that's fair enough, Ben. If he has got this, you've got to get him out of the way a bit. You got to honour that stipulation. You can have him floating about with Ospreay there, get him involved in matches, got the law and that. And I don't want to jump too ahead if that's the end of Dynamite, but I'm thinking, where's your MJFs now? Where's your Swerves back? Like, let's start getting the pieces. Are they working us online? Is that the WrestleMania? The WrestleMania really fucking slipped there. The all-in match, is it Swerve and MJF and they're just going to come back together one week and just have this big intense promo and it's a work shoot type shit to get them to their match? But where are they? Darby Allin, he needs to come back and get involved in a big match, hopefully not a multi-person. So there's a lot. We
do this every year though, and we're like, okay, let's set it up. There's going to be 6 big time singles matches between all these people.
No chance.
2 and some trios and some whatever, the other stuff.
Yeah.
There's only going to be so many, isn't there? Like big singles matches on the show.
Yeah.
But you're right that there's so many people that could be in there. MJF, Swerve,
Yeah.
you know, Hangman, or goes down the list. Darby was world champion not that long ago. Samoa Joe's a former AEW world champion, mate. He needs to be factored in.
Twice, really? Is he 2 times?
So we're going to mention the TV wrestling in a minute. There was an advert for ROH being on Tuesday this week, and like the advert was like the Ops and Hook appear. I was like, that's
seen that.
That's not like.
I seen the fucking on Instagram. Yeah, the Ops in action or the Ops appearing. I was like, why are they still a thing? Why are they still there?
Well, there we go. That was Dynamite, but you know, obviously the last bit of the show was the big promo with Ospreay and Omega. So yeah, felt like I say energetic, great crowd, great venue. One great promo segment, another one that was carried by the crowd. I think you were right on that, and some fun little popcorn matches on it. I don't think that any of that needs to be more than it was coming off like a long 6-hour pay-per-view as well. So yeah, solid Dynamite, and I didn't think I'd be saying that when I saw the fucking runtime, mate. So there you go, well done, Tony. You get one. And yeah, obviously it was also set up Grand Slam Mexico next week. It's the Brawling Birds and Willow, 6 person versus Demand Dominion. Mercedes, as Simon said in the chat before, and Kyle Fletcher, Mike Bailey obviously was set up for next week on Dynamite. This week, shut up. And Mark Davis, Will Ospreay, and Andrade in the Casino Gauntlet #1 spot match. We'll see what happens there.
I'm looking at Collision for the 8-man tag. You've got to read an out name for name, please. Can I do it? Can I do it, please?
Well, you can be the Collision man. Well, on Collision this week, folks, getting into the other TV wrestling before we get to the big previews.
We've got a 6-woman tag match of Hakuzi and the Brawling Birds Hazuki versus MIT of Athena, Billy Starks, and Diamante. We've got the aforementioned, as we said before, Will Ospreay, big singles against Daniel Garcia. And in an 8-man tag team match, we've got Ace Austin Gunn. I can't even hold myself, sorry guys. Colton Gunn and Juice Robinson versus the fucking
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Austin Idol.
The Death Riders of Wheelie Utah, Pac, Claudio, and John Moxley.
That's funny about it. It's just the Collision match. Some stables having the match, mate. After they cost them storytelling, mate. They cost them the pay-per-view match on the Sunday.
Gold. Who does Moxley pin there? Colton Gunn. Is that what we're going for? Hopefully, off a fucking butterfly suplex, mate. He's the best, you know. I fucking love him at the minute, Ben.
Well, there we go. Don't know if it's for the right reasons, but that's on Collision this week. Obviously, ROH, as I say, it did on Tuesday. Maya World beating Janai Kai on that. Nick Wayne beat Al Angels. And we had Shane Taylor Promotions appearing as well. Also, the TV wrestling, moving on from the wide world of AEW. We do have a live TNA, I believe it is, tonight. Unfortunately, the best match on the show is a dark match. Nick Nemeth versus Jeff Hardy, mate. Fans of WWE in 2010 will be gutted they can't watch that one live. But Mustafa Ali versus Jason Hodges on the show. I don't know. Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa versus the System on there. And they have Knockout TV title quarterfinals. Apparently, there's a tournament for the TV title, mate. Jody Threat versus Jada Stone and Indy Hartwell versus Tia Hall is on that. And yeah, outside of that, mate, that takes us. I don't have a rundown, unfortunately, once again, for JP's favourite JCW and AAA. I've got a big show in Mexico this weekend. Takes us into the world of WWE, mate. I don't know. Should we get into SmackDown first? Or should we get into... I feel like we almost got to talk a little bit of Raw, mate, because, you know, just you get to get your boots in there, mate. So obviously there was the biggest segments of the year, the greatest segments of the year on Monday Night Raw this week. And obviously, of course, could be talking 1 and 2, could they, mate? Could be talking about, you know, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins telling the same story they told for 30 years. Or I could be talking about Danhausen and Joe Hendry, mate, having a sing-off or whatever the fuck that was. Ended in somebody, was it a boxer? I don't know, getting involved. Rotten, mate. That was so
bad.
It's
the worst thing I've ever seen. No, listen, and my Danhausen tolerance lasted about 2 appearances, because that was one of the worst things. That was in the mud Vince McMahon brain rotted shit. That was so bad that I've got to give Triple H a bit of fucking... It can't have been his call. It can't have been, because even he would be looking going, I know they're 2 gimmick wrestlers, but fuck me, that was horrendous. Ben, it was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Genuinely up there with the fucking New Day.
Vince McMahon 2010.
Yeah, that's what it was. New Day Time Machine, Sami Zayn with Lashley's sisters and all that shit that was lumped in there with that. It was bad. Like really.
See, these are over here and over on AEW. I meant to mention it. You know, Andrade's over getting How You Know Over, mate, the greatest catchphrase in wrestling. And we're doing this lowbrow stuff on Raw. That's what you got.
Oh no, that was terrible. But other things on Raw, Ben, the weigh-in, I like that with Ober and Brock Lesnar. I thought that was effective, as in You're actually old school. You had the Hell in a Cell. It was like late 90s stuff then. You had the Hell in a Cell actually down. So this was a proper, like, this is what you're going to get when you watch these two go at it type thing. You're going to see, you've seen the Cell, you've seen Obafemi stepping in for the first time. And I did like, once again, always a disclaimer, saying every week with Brock Lesnar. But I thought he was great here too. You know he's shitting himself. You know that character is shitting himself. Although he got the win in Italy, we all like disagreed on that. But if you're gonna do that, and it was kind of cheap how he got it, or I had to get 7 fucking F5. This is like, right, I know I'm stuck in there with this guy, and the way he locked himself out as if like, oh yeah, I'm doing you a favor. I love that because he's shitting himself, and I thought that was effective because you don't want to see them in there. You're waiting until Saturday for that. So I did like that, and obviously the botch with Obafemi and that policeman, and he did get him back for fucking that up. He gave him a good stiff kick into the ribs like an old school worker would.
I mean, Scott Steiner would have just dropped him on his head, you know,
yeah,
instead of like, picking it back up again, you know. People didn't see it. Like, yeah, he got up for the powerbomb and he just slipped, didn't he? I mean, it's fine. But yeah, Netflix like edited out literally the fingers. It's gone. From like the version that's on there now. Yeah,
that was great.
Sorry, mate. Attitude Era isn't back, and you can tell that by the rotten fucking Danhausen segment. And you know I like Danhausen. Awful. But luckily, mate, it wasn't the worst segment on Raw, which was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins going,
come on,
how can they saw the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay, didn't they, mate, on Sunday? We're like, how can we beat this with some melodrama? Well, Roman Reigns, mate, he must struggle to go to like Home Depot or just go on like the shop. He sees a chair, mate, and he gets flashbacks. He's like, what am I gonna do? Oh, I guess there's a chair there and there's a man with his back to me, so I've got to recreate the history from 14 years ago.
The best ever.
Tell me you like this. It was the best. Rubbish. This is what we were talking about when we say that like they've done this a million times. Like, I know you're right that like we haven't seen the match a million times, but we've seen this a million times. We've seen this tease of like the Shield turn that affected everything. Hey, the man is another man with a steel chair. What are we doing? It's been
but Ben, come on,
years.
You're a wrestling guy, Ben. This is a guy who's emotionally been scarred. So every time it's PTSD, no matter how many times. And
I've got PTSD.
It's a good one. That. Listen,
give me the Death Riders sat in the little room watching the telly. I'll take that.
They've done it every time, most of the time with this, but to me, that's what it should be. That's what the cause of it all is. So, listen, I've told you when this match first got announced, I'm waiting, Ben, for somehow a fucking double down where they're both leaning on the ropes, looking at each other for like 5 minutes, Ben, and I'll be fucking loving it. Ben, I'll be there, mate. This is a man overcoming 14 years. Ben, honest, I'm not messing.
You'd love that Young Bucks match, mate. You think it was the greatest match of all time, mate, if you enjoyed that. Ospreay couldn't believe the violence, you know. Nick had a sore neck.
Yeah. But this, no, genuinely, and you're right there. If this match had been done to death, I'd be leaning towards you, even though I'd like it probably still. I'd be like, okay, we've over-egged it. We've had 6 singles matches at WrestleMania and SummerSlam. But because they haven't had that big, high-profile match, apart from Royal Rumble, where it played into Seth being going back to the Shield character, etc., Roman battering him with the chair in that match, this is the first massive main event match. That was like first or second match of the night, if I'm not mistaken, at that pay-per-view. So this is the first big one. Plus, you tie in what he done. He took Heyman away from him last year and all that. So there's a lot more to it, as well as the Shield stuff, even though they go back to the chair. And we all know it'll play into the finish somehow, won't it? So, and Roman's got to win. He's got to get that. Sorry, we're jumping ahead into the previews, but he's got to win as well to finally get that fucking whatever you want to call him. He's just always had one up on him all his career, though, Ben. And I like that side of the story as well. He's never fully got his comeuppance. He hasn't.
And yet still 2,000 people less than want to go on the Saturday, want to go on the Sunday to watch it. It's just odd, isn't it? You know? And we don't have the numbers, by the way. This last one's like 9 days ago, so I wouldn't even do that to you, Matty. But I don't know. I've got rotten TV, mate, and just...
And I honestly can't wait for it, though. Genuinely can't wait for this fight. Like, I'm honest to God, I'm not bullshitting you, like, at all.
Yeah, Andy saying there, Seth being the most unlikable face around. Simon saying, 14 years, where are the stars? Andy saying there, 14 years. 2 years, mate, you can buy a lotto ticket this feud. Can't you smoke at 16? Is that not still a thing anymore? That's not allowed.
Ben, people I know smoked at 11, mate, so it doesn't matter where you fucking smoke.
Did on my school bus too. Well, yeah, you said we got to get to the big preview, mate, so of course, let's get to the big preview. SmackDown on Friday. Julia versus Lash the Legend and Damian Priest and Ron the Truth versus the War Raiders. Remember them? That's on SmackDown this week. Okay, we can get it to baby.
That's not good. No. Listen,
Truth. He popped up on me, you know, like thing where the
Snack Wars.
Snack Wars. He was having like pickled onions, and he was actually quite funny. To be fair, he's like, "You eat these, really?" Like you're having me on, like you couldn't get his head round it, could he? It was quite funny.
But I always
don't, do we? Like old school, that's stuck in it. Died in the 90s, pickled onions, I reckon.
But Ben, I always flip it to the Americans there, though. You know how much we both love American snacks and culture. Them pickles in a bag, mate. They're rough. They're rough, mate.
Pickles in a bag.
That's what they have, don't they? They have the pickles. You know, like a bag of jellies. They rip it open and they take the pickle out, and it's full of juice. The bag.
Oh, was that like the cucumber joke that he was making?
Yeah.
That was American.
That's what they are. Okay, they're like gherkiny pickles in a bag. They're worse than pickled onions.
That's all right. No. Pickled egg, even. I love a pickled egg.
Oh, you love them, yeah. You love them.
No pickled onions, though, for me. No chance. But he was funny. I enjoyed the way he was like, yeah, if he's like, when he's having the pickled onions, he's like, if you all like this, mate, you fucking imagine your eyes when you went to America. You'd love America. Like, very well done. Very well done.
But if it just going quickly on SmackDown, Julia's got to get in this ladder match. She's got to qualify there for me, and then it's. But Lashley kind of went with her, didn't he, in the Rumble, and really didn't follow that up any other way. So it wouldn't surprise me if Legend got in there. But hopefully Julia gets in there to get in a bit of a showcase at SummerSlam, at least get it on the card. But tag team title match, could not give a shit. Priest and R-Truth, like. Feel sorry for Priest a bit. Like I think me and JP have always defended Big Damo here, but he needs to get away from R-Truth from this tag belt. It's bad. It's really bad. So I couldn't give a shit. Hopefully, actually, yeah. Saying that, hopefully the War Raiders win, and I hate them, but at least it gets the belt off Priest, and he can go and do what he does in AAA and on SmackDown. So yeah, not the greatest SmackDown lineup, but I'm sure Phil and Cody will have some sort of shoot off.
What did you make of that little together on SmackDown? Listen, it was okay, but it didn't go far enough for me. It wasn't like good enough, like without doing the nonsense to like stand away, and it also wasn't nonsense enough to like get away with it that end. Like I wanted one or the other. I wanted Scorched Earth and Tony Khan references, or I wanted an actual good segment. It was somewhere in the middle with one little lie in there, wasn't it? Like I can't even remember what it was now, but like it was okay. Like I do think they need another one on SmackDown, like tomorrow. I think that it needs something else this match, a bit more juice.
I think they're going to get the obligatory pull apart, aren't they? I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to boil over into fisticuffs, but maybe this. Oh, fucking hope not. Maybe they're obligatory. Maybe they're like, it's giving me hope that it's not just a one-off this though, Benno, because they haven't gone full in on it. So hopefully it boils over at SummerSlam. One of them turns heel. They do like a Nakamura AJ Styles where in the middle of the feud, one of them turns. But obviously it'd be a million times better than that. I'm hoping Cody turns at SummerSlam or something, and then we get into the proper real gist. That
involves something happening, mate. Things don't happen, don't worry. It's fine.
I think SummerSlam usually is the one where he resets more than WrestleMania on the sly. So I've got, once again, blind optimism, Ben, as always. But I'm excited, really excited for it, as we'll get into now. Definitely.
Well, would you like to take us through the card, mate? The way I put it together, we put the big matches first because they're there. Oh, as my camera goes, I am still here. They are the main ones, and we'll maybe go down from there, mate.
Do you want to start then from the top? But so on Saturday we'll go for the main event of night one, Benno, which was never ever in doubt, like what the main event of night two was like because of one man himself. But
in the hear this, mate. CM Punk's got a 20-year anniversary, mate, so that's just more important. It's 20 years to the day that he had his first WWE match, so that's more important than the main events. I don't know what the problem is.
But the main event is on night one for the undisputed WWE Championship, the proper belt, as everyone knows it as, is CM Punk defending against Cody Rhodes. We basically just, give the whole storyline away in one segment there, that it's been a bit, okay, few little jabs here and there, but it hasn't fully spilled over, which that's why I'm hoping someone turns heel, i.e. will be Cody, if anyone does. But the match on the night, Ben, I mean, I asked you this the other week, and regardless of the build, regardless of whatever, this is a match made for you on the night, innit? You've got to be intrigued, even though you might be excited by it, but this you'll have your eyes close to this one, Ben, surely.
I mean, it's something I wanted to see in AEW, all jokes aside. Yeah. I wanted to see here. I wanted to see it with a bit of gravitas. I kind of wanted this to be a main event. When it was sold to me, mainly by you, that this was going to be a SummerSlam match, I was okay with that too. Like I've been saying, though, I think it just hasn't had enough. It just hasn't had enough, like, for me to feel as big as it should feel. And I think also, all jokes aside, it being the Saturday main event maybe just takes my interest notch down a bit. But when those two men walk out, mate, and like I'm sure they'll have great fucking entrance gear, and it'll be all emotional. Might even be a bit of blood. There'll definitely be some bodily fluids, like not just in my house, but there'll be some crying. There'll be some of that. There'll be a little bit of drama there, but not in a fucking. I don't think in a cinema way with these two. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna have a ceiling on it because Cody's in it, but like I think it'll be an enjoyable, maybe if you're lucky, 4-star type match. But outside of that, I think it'll be a one for the back seats, mate. They'll be telling stories in there. They'll be, stylistically, to be fair, while Cody has his limits, Punk is a good match stylistically. I want to see what it looks like chemistry-wise, the two of them in there too. Yeah. And then on top of that, of course, Phil wins because like they can't put the belt back on Cody Candy at this point. Like I think it's, even Cody couldn't carry that. And I believe on if Andy might be in the chat there, the betting odds back that up as well, but I don't think the results in doubt. So maybe that takes a little bit out of me as well. Maybe if it was a main event, I'd feel a little bit more passionate about the result. But still, I'm going to enjoy it as it goes.
But Ben, honestly, like I know you're saying there about something happening. This is the perfect time against the perfect opponent. It writes itself. We've had, I wouldn't say it's been a bit of a quiet one. That both mates were friends. I'm going to break your heart. All that.
False Hail Mary.
Yeah, Punk wins like fair and square. It's obvious. Ben, I've got goosebumps now. The handshake, the hug. Cody just beats the shit out of him at the end and fully snaps and can't. Ben, it'd be great though. And then you get, as I say, your full on fucking shoot comments. I'm this, I'm that. You'll get your real feud. You'll get a bit of blood in this because it's these two. But then you can take it to the next level in the rematches and the gimmick matches and the fucking non-sanctions. And let them go at it. I'm convincing myself it's probably not going to happen. We'll have them team up for months, but wouldn't it be fucking good? You know what I mean?
I think if they were going to do that, your problem is that, like, obviously main events of, speaking of Saturdays, Randy Orton taking out Cody, they've still got that thread out there. I think it would, I mean, maybe that's a red herring, but I think Cody stays face just to do that match when Randy comes back, as well as the other stuff they've got set up for him. I just don't see. Andy says Cody won't be that bold. Triple H won't be that bold, mate, unless he's really fucking shitting himself about his job. I don't see it.
But also, I'm convincing myself the other way now, with Sammy probably going to beat Finn Balor. You've got him going back for that, where Kevin Owens comes back, so you've probably got Zayn and Owens v Cody and fucking Punk, actually, haven't you, down the line as well as a tag, so, and Punk versus KO and all that, so, but you could still turn Cody and let him align with them. You can do anything you want to, really. It's fucking, he's in charge. You can do what the fuck you want, can't you? And it'll get over. I hate all this. Will it work? No, it will. That'll work, that, and it'll make sense if you do it, because you're writing it. Does my head in with wrestling that? You can do whatever the fuck you want, and it'll make sense with Cody. These are good.
So why does nothing to do with Booker make sense anymore?
Oh, in wrestlers, I don't know, Ben. They have the occasionally fucking bright spark, and then it doesn't fully. But he's got a chance here, as you say. If he's that desperate, or he's that wants the fans back on board, perfect chance to do it, and it'll shake the wrestling world. It'll take over the headlines, discourse, whatever you want. Cody turning heel, it's a big deal, isn't it? So we'll see. Probably won't happen.
The other two big matches on night one.
Night one, we've got the Women's World Championship, where we've got a rematch from the last pay-per-view. We've got Liv Morgan defending against Io Sky. Bit underwhelming on the last pay-per-view, but I'm expecting to go more all guns blazing at this one. Should be a solid match, Ben. I expect
Danhausen cares, mate. You know, when Danhausen's on screen, all the other characters should be asking where Danhausen is. This is another Danhausen match, really, on the show. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a win.
But I think Liv wins. I think Liv wins this time, because obviously Io beat her last month for the Queen of the Ring. So I think Liv gets a win back here and retains the title as well. So I think it'll be sound.
They like putting they like putting Io over. They like that. They like
you do.
I think that happens.
But close in the odds, Andy's saying there. Liv favourites, like favourite 4-6, and Io are even.
Okay.
Yeah. So I expect Liv to go over. But then a match once again. If Triple H has got any bollocks, and I don't mean about decision making of who's going to win. Femi's got to win here. Like, he's really got to win. But just let them have a proper Hell in a Cell. And this could be an all-timer. This could be, if fucking Brock again with disclaimer all over the show, as a night where he goes, I want to put this fella over. Bit of blood, bit of like real blood though over the eye or something. Do you know what I mean? This could be great, Ben. But once again, I'm not getting my hopes up too much. But it could be a fucking stormer if they let them go and do it, and Brock's up for it.
I mean, to be fair, I was too busy betting the other stuff on Raw to give it a little bit of credit. Like it did, it was like I say, even with like the stupid stuff, like pulling the fingers at each other stuff, all of that, it going wrong a bit. Like all those little things made it feel a little bit more dangerous than your typical cutty cutter WWE stuff. Even just like I always loved that, like back in the day when like the cell would lower on the Raw before Hell in a Cell. I'd be like, oh my god, that's what it's gonna look like, and then the little brawl at the end of it, like with Austin and whatever. Like I like that element of it too. I'm still not convinced. Punk and Drew broke the mold, you know what a do to be Hell in a Cell match looks like. Like you'll tell me the numbers probably like double what even the Elimination Chamber matches are as far as Hell in a Cell. Like your brain wants to go back to the first two, but you've also got to realize there's been fucking 30 years and nothing in between, depending on how you rate fucking Triple H's Hell in a Cell matches. But that Drew Punk one did kind of, and that was that the first one under like Triple H's kind of like lead as well. That maybe despite his execution of his ones.
Sorry, no, they had terrible. They had Edge and Finn Balor at Mania. That was bad.
Was that Triple H era?
Yeah. Well, it was.
Wasn't Vince?
It was kind of fully Triple H probably.
But that felt a little bit to me like that maybe even though his execution in Hell in a Cell matches was terrible, and I hated it when he was like, "Oh, it's my match, is it, mate? Like you're not good at it." But like I think he maybe at least understands a little bit what makes it different, and that. You know, outside of the stuff that Gareth hated in that match with the friendship bracelets and all that, it did feel like a Cell match. So that gives you a little bit of hope that this won't be a cookie cutter Hell in a Cell match. Plus, Brock's in there as much as I hate him. He's a fucking wild card, isn't he? So who knows what he might do in there. And if, the obvious thing happens and Over's going over, then Brock's going to want to make a show of it, you would imagine. So, maybe. I think that the stuff that's planned for this won't be as good as the stuff that happens that wasn't planned. That's my prediction for this one. And hopefully, Oba goes over.
But the odds are 1 to 40.
53? There's been 53 Hell in a Cell matches. Fucking hell.
There you go. Nice dealer's choice sorted.
No, never. I'd rather do Lockdown. Eddie, turn your headphones off.
But 1 to 14, Obafemi. Brock Lesnar 11 to 2. So he's big favourites, Obafemi, and he should. And once again, but then it means double blood.
Imagine if they don't.
No, be the worst. But do we get blood in that and Cody and Punk? Fuck it, who cares?
Oh, that's a point. I want it in both of them.
Do it, yeah.
Why are they on the same night? Why isn't Cody on night 2? Oh, no. Yeah. I take everything back aside. That is annoying, actually, yeah. They both kind of warrant it.
But you can do it different. As I say, you'll get Lesnar doing like the UFC over the eye, and then you can have fucking Cody or Punk from the head. You can do it. Of course you can. Fucking AEW do it every fucking match.
I don't think you can.
They
shouldn't. They shouldn't. So we criticise it all the time. Who you think you're talking to? But it's 5. This is like a 5-match show. I don't think you can. If it's an 8-match show and you forget it by the end, maybe. But
I don't know. I think there's ways around it. You can do it slightly different. Definitely.
6-match show, in fairness. So
you can even over egg it on commentary with the Cody. He's losing loads of blood. With Lesnar, you can just go, oh, he's like scarred, or he's like, you know what I mean? There's ways around
guts,
it.
Mate, unbelievable. Yeah. What happened to this business we love?
But no, this should be good. And then the next one, Ben, like I've been fucking digging it. Like I think it's been a bit, even though it's been promoted loads and featured heavily on TV. I think undersold still for me. Like Gunther versus Nick Aldis. I think.
Yeah, because the crap at booking. They are, aren't they? It's like the rubbish. Tony Khan's not great. He hasn't done a great job pay-per-view to pay-per-view this year, despite the individual shows being good. What's going on with their booking? Were you saying it? I mean, do you agree with me now? Like, what were they doing at Saturday Night Main Event? Like, none of it makes any logical sense with this anymore.
I don't know. I think I defended it, didn't I? Saying, well, you would set someone up to think they've got a chance, and then you can screw them over even more.
Russo in you.
Yeah, but that is to me like. That's not bad. Like that's not a bad thing to me. I can accept that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's amazing, but I can go, all right, well, yeah, it would. Do you know what I mean?
They've got a job tomorrow on SmackDown on that. They've got to I think Aldous said it, they're planning on doing like a big video package with all of his fucking highlights and lowlights.
Yeah, that's me. They haven't promoted them enough
and stuff. Like they need to do that. Like they need to sell this because right now it just if I was just a regular Gen Pop WWE audience member who's never seen NWA in my life, I'd just be like, what's going on? What even is this? What is this match? What is this story? Why is it happening?
He should have had. Listen, it's been built up on TV. Of the usual old school general manager. The first time he's done it, Triple H, to be fair, like using the general manager in there, but it makes sense because he is a wrestler. But he just haven't let you know enough that how good of a wrestler, whether you like him or not, or like decorated, I should say, of a wrestler he was.
No, it was aware he was a great world champion. His gimmick was I'm a great world champion. He wasn't a great world champion, but his gimmick was I am one, and that worked. So I guess he kind of was. Isn't it mad? That's what I always liked about him. Never want to watch him wrestle him.
on the promos, he mentioned that you're a former champion and kind of put him down, but you need to have Aldous somehow standing, not over Gunther, of course, you don't want to put him down too much, but you need him standing tall and Gunther like, oh, fucking hell, it is the old Aldous type. You need this to give it any sort of like, because Gunther's going to win, of course he is.
It feels simultaneously overcooked and undercooked at the same time. Like, I don't know that's possible, but it is. Like, Gunther, yeah, 1 to 10. Mr. Smelling Fantastic, as Andy says here, 5 to 1.
People can't argue that it hasn't dominated TV, because it has. Yeah. It's dominated pay-per-views and SmackDown since Gunther's
and yet it's still undercooked.
That's what I mean, because they haven't gravitas Nick Aldis enough to me, you know what I mean? But that's where, and I think this could be good. Gunther as well. Like, I'm not saying he's going to obviously carry Aldis. Aldis hasn't been in there for a while, but I think this will be good. Slightly emotional then. They'll lay it in. I think this will be, no, it will be.
It's an uphill battle. I'm not sure if we can pull it off, but we'll see. I'll be interested I am invested in seeing what it looks like. What does Nick Aldis look like in a WWE ring? Like, because you will be watching it, like, it's almost like watching someone have a job interview. It'd be like, because the road agents are going to be judging him backstage, or the other ones, because he has one himself, any. But you know what I mean? Like, he's never worked to a hard cam. He's never worked in a WWE show. Like, the eyes of all of that will be on him. So it'll just be interesting to watch, won't it? See if he fucks up or not. Great stuff. And
the next one, Ben,
Gunther should fucking win and then do something properly with his year that he's had. But well.
And Ben, on a match that me and you both are looking forward to so much next, mate, is 6-man tag team action / law / story / anything you want to throw at this, mate. It's the makeshift team, babyface team of Royce Keys, LA Knight, and the hottest new babyface on the block, Solo Sikoa, going against the bloodline of Jimmy and Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu. Benno, where do you want to start on this one, mate? Where do you want to go?
I want to start as the bloodline. Is that the bloodline now? Is it? What's the bloodline next week? What have we got in next week? Is it going to be fucking Tamatonga will be back? You know?
No, wait there. This
Solo will be in it. Jacob will turn.
That's me only thing.
Jimmy will turn.
This
Benny will turn back. Then Paul Heyman will turn.
And if I can speak, this is a Tatanka SummerSlam 94 for me.
Then Rikishi will turn.
Solo Sikoa is too obvious of this babyface that he's just going to turn and join. That's what I've got in my head. I just think that's going to happen. I'm hoping not, because you need Solo, to be fair, kind of getting over this goofy, like laughable, like having a good time babyface. That'll catch on. If they give this more time and think that will catch on. But I think it's just too obvious. And he's going to join the family after all that, Ben. And then even I'll love it, but I'll go, fucking hell, that was too obvious. Do you know what I mean? That was far too fucking obvious. But listen, it's a chance for Royce Keys, because he's not doing great. He's fucking struggling a little bit. But Fatu, Platt, you're right. But he's not dead, but it's typical what we say, Ben.
As a main eventer, he's dead. Like, they put him in there against Roman, made him look like a fucking bum. And then coming out of it, he's Roman's fucking soldier again. Yeah, like, this has been like booking travesty.
While it's hard to disagree with that, I think it goes into the full thing. No, because you can.
He's in a mid-card 6-man tag having for a bit of a laugh with fucking Solo.
Yeah, technically, that's right, of course. And if you let me finish, this is going into the overall of what we're saying about Triple H, and we agree on
Tuesday.
Of like. This is an epitome of, that's his way of saying you're over now because you've worked with Roman Reigns. That's you getting your chance. That's you getting your shot. You're right. He should be up there with the fucking in main events, but he's that type of character that'll always stay over, though. And you can rehab him and you can make him hot again. I'm not saying that's right.
That's the bookers get out that. That's the stuff. That's the shit crap bookers say.
I'm not saying it's right.
He's another person cooled down by being around Roman, mate. Remember when Jey Uso was a main eventer? I don't know. Good point. Move on.
Won the world title, mate.
I do agree this is going to be like say, $1 million man situation who's
I think so.
Out of them.
Yeah. They can't just have like someone winning and not happening, like, because even I'll go, for fuck's sake.
Who are the babyfaces?
LA Knight, your boy Solo, and Royce Keys, Ben, of course.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
So Jacob Fatu and the Usos, who are aligned with Roman Reigns, the unlikable babyface in the Sunday night main event, heels.
They're technically down as the heels in this, although the fans like them. Like, your favourite NWO. No, your favourite group of all time.
No, my favourite's John Moxley, mate, because we give him shit for this all the time. Just saying, same thing, innit? You know, Jey Uso with his yeet chants and stuff, mate. Heel now.
He's toned them down a little. That's just the fans, innit? That's just the fans always going to be attached
no one likes
to one
him.
of them.
He's a knobhead and he kicks off at his own fans on Instagram.
One of the most over of all time. That once again, look at it now. He presents as a heel. He's still over. That's just the definition of it. People, Ben, wrestlers who've worked hard all their careers want reactions like Jey Uso gets on the weekly. Wrestlers who've earned the craft for 20, 30 years, mate, doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? But
it's almost like reactions and over might be in two different things, isn't it?
Well, that's another conversation for another time, mate. It doesn't mean nothing when you're selling merch, when you're getting reactions.
There's overlap, of course there is. Massive overlap. We talked about it at the time, but, you know.
But
sorry, let's listen to Jey Uso again.
I mean, listen, we'll never budge on the.
Let's have a go at Jimmy instead.
Well, Jimmy's always been the glue, Benno. He's always been the one who stayed loyal in the bloodline. So he hasn't turned back.
Fourth tier somehow, mate. We established it.
He hasn't turned back and forth, though, has he? But I agree with you. Something's got to happen at the end of this one to make it even worthwhile. Even Benno, even I'll say that. I'll come on here Tuesday. You're saying it won't. If nothing happens at the end, I'll come on here Tuesday and say, what was the point in that? You know what I mean? So
you won't. You'll say it was funny because so I'll pull some faces. Hacksaw Jey Uso, Boogie Jey Uso. I agree.
Let's move on anyway. And also to round out night one, we've got the 6-woman match of Fatal Influence versus the Bella Twins and Paige. Once again, to people not watching, obviously that looks like a cold ass match, but they had won the tag team belts, didn't they? Fatal Influence off Paige and Brie Bella. Nikki Bella's come back. So decent reaction. They're always over the Bellas, Ben. Don't know what it is. That total diva.
It's logical. Maybe. Like it's a logical 6-person match. It's just, does it have to be on the pay-per-view and do I have to watch it? That's the question.
That's it. That's genuinely it, though, even for me. But it has made sense, I've been having a go at Triple H for a long time. For which I'll stick up for him over the last month or two. He's back to his basic 101 paint by numbers booking, which he wasn't doing. I know that doesn't sound like the greatest praise ever, which it's not, but I'm glad he's
just
back
to turn Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso here. Yeah, perfect. Underlings to Roman Reigns. Perfect role for them. Anyway, sorry, moving on. Speaking of which, night two. Night two, we'll go from the bottom to top here, Ben, on this one. We don't mind. Little audible there. He did that first. We did fucking Cody first. No, we're doing Roman and Seth first. Fuck off. Like, you're not doing that to them. Burying them, making them look like open on match wrestlers. Well, they are, Ben, because the main event then, we'll go in the order you've put on the dock. We'll go with the World Heavyweight Championship, the only relevant title, the only true champion, the only true superstar, Roman Reigns defending against Seth Rollins. Like we've said before, we've given it the disagreements on the build, 14 years worth of story, Ben, all culminating in your big match at SummerSlam. Ticking the box for me. Genuinely, honestly, can't wait for it. I think, for this one, I think this will be good, though. You obviously won't, but I think this will deliver. Good mean? No, in the triple threat at Mania and the tag matches, they've got good chemistry, these, when they actually go at it. Yeah. They have had it. And they'll lean into the story, of course, which good wrestlers should, when you base that on what you've done over the years. So I think this will be fucking good, yeah, really good. And Roman's got to win. We all know that. 7-5, don't think 2-5. 5. You're not getting that out of me. 5. Well, we'll see. That should be the bet. That should be what you go on. I mean, Roman goes over based on. Well, Dave will give it over 4. He loves Roman. He'll give it 4.5. Well, it's the main event and numbers mean nothing to him. Look at that. Roman 1-6, Seth 7-2. Nobody gives a fuck about Seth Rollins, mate. Nobody. Oh, listen, I'm not. People lump me in with Seth's fucking fan club. I don't love Seth. I think he gets too much shit. But I'm not a fan by any means. And this is just. After doesn't help himself. That did we talk about it, like the SummerSlam kickoff thing, where he was just being a fucking nerd? Oh, The Rock and that, mentioning The Rock and all that. He did The Rock's catchphrases, mate. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Was he terrible? But he's one of them. Lots of dialogue. There you go. There's a nailed on bet. Good shout, Andy. Yeah, cannot wait for this, Simon. You can have your El Clon. Amateur dramatics, men shouting at each other, sums it up. Yeah. You can have El Clon versus John Moxley. I'll have Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, mate. We're fine. There's the trade. You could have both, you know. You could watch the good match instead. We're both happy. We're both fine. We both get along. We're both friends. We move on. All right, here's your homework for the weekend, mate. Will you watch Will Ospreay versus John Moxley versus the Young Bucks, and then watch this as a follow-up? I will. I promise you. I'll watch that. I'll watch that before. I will compare and contrast. Yeah. Which had more drama than staring at hands. Just get ready for that chair. The chair should just be in the ring to start. There'll be a chair. Yeah. There'll be a guardrail spot. There'll be several Superman punches and spears and falls. There'll be something in there. Will there be a Moxie reference? I guess there's no way to subtly do it, is there? There'll be a fist. There'll be a moment where they both look at each other and they get up off the ground and they both put their fist out, and then one of them, no, they won't do this, really. One of them will turn it around. That's it. Save for Brock. All of it, it'll be in there. There'll be some way that Seth's entrance will have like a version of the tactical vest or something like that.
Yes. Shit, I can't wait for that. You're making me even more excited.
Over under, new bet. Over under are John Moxley appearances, Dean Ambrose appearances in the video package. I say 1. His face gets in.
He's had a few in these.
I've only seen 1
little segments they've been doing. Like, so it's he's there. But Ben, genuinely, mate.
Why are they both so evil, mate?
Why I can't wait to talk about.
Who's the babyface? Genuinely, they're both cunts, aren't they? Like, again, to be fair, on Sunday, we came out of that going, Ospreay and Omega will fucking both come off across like cunts. Both much improved on Dynamite. Like, these two, it's been horrendous. And like WWE's go-to of like, I'm a bigger cunt than you, actually. And I'm going to cut your legs out from underneath you. And then you're going to cut my legs out from underneath me. Why would anyone be invested in these knobheads, mate? Why?
Why can't, Ben, I'm like you, though, mate.
No, at times, they always do it. They always do it. Big Roman Reigns feuds. It's what he does now.
Listen, mate, I'm old school. I'm a traditionalist at heart, like yourself. You know, we live in the past. We like baby faces and heels, and shades of grey these days do take the piss. Of course, there's too much of it. But with this one, and I'm not just sticking up for it because I'm into it.
What's your I
think it is.
Pick your side.
No, you just let the story, and you pick who you're for in this. There's wrestling matches like that where that should be the case. Whether you're 2 heels, 2 baby faces, 2 cunts, you decide on the night. Let the wrestlers try and guide you. That's what they try and do. And sometimes the fans go against it, of course. That's wrestling. But I think this is a match where it is genuinely decide for yourselves on the night. Let it play out type thing and just see what you decide.
Is Roman like a toy with 2 settings on his back? And one of them's Bloodline Lord and the other one's Be a Cunt? Like, because that's another big feud he's done this year, isn't it? It's literally them two. The Punk feud was exactly the same. And again, I was critical because it was Punk, even though it was Punk.
Simon, they will have a wrestling match, mate.
Could they have a wrestling match? That'd be a good bet. Yeah, we'll have a wrestling match.
Well, they might. Punk and Roman did, so these might have
get
one.
Lucky in a wrestling match might bust out. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But anyway,
all right,
I can't wait.
Roman over.
I want to see the fucking listeners' reactions as well. I can't wait to talk about it regardless on Tuesday. Anyway, next match. Next match for the interim. They took a freaking page out of Tony Khan's book here, man. And to the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match, we've got Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, and either Julia and Lash Legend. Yeah. I assumed it was before the injury, Lottie and Jade Cargill were going to go one-on-one. That was what they've been building on TV for months now. You'll get that, and then you'll probably get that one-on-one at a later pay-per-view. But I'm expecting one of them to win, to carry on the Rhea stuff. So when she comes back to get into the champion v champion match, so once again, like you, Ben, car crash waiting to happen. This, like, it'll either be.
Look at that list of names: Chelsea Green,
she's
Jade
in
Cargill.
No, she's in the bump. Yeah, Chelsea.
Stratton.
Yeah,
no, all of them. Like Julia better get in this because she'll be the fucking one holding this down. Lash Legend is going to be your worker, mate.
Yeah, no, but that's it. Chelsea Green's in there to take the bump through the ladder or off the ladder. Stratton will do some acrobatics. Lottie can still have a go. Jade, listen, she's like fucking.
You know what I'm about? Sounds great. Can't wait.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's gonna be.
You know, I hope it's as bad as possible.
Yeah, it could be, mate. So always.
I'm gonna guess on who wins. No odds, Andy says either. So I'll go.
Jade or Charlotte. Jade or Charlotte, so they can feud.
I'll go Jade then, so it's not Lottie.
Until Rhea comes back and you can do all that shit. So yeah, next match on the thing, should be a good one. Intercontinental Championship, Penta defending against hometown hero, rehabbed Chad Gable. Redemption story again for Chad Gable here. Expecting him to end Penta's title reign, which has been good. Genuinely, Penta stayed over Ben, much to everyone's not shocked, but he's
I wouldn't be sure.
Yeah, he's so, and this should be good. If you let these go out for 15, 20, maybe 15 with Triple H, not 20. Yeah. This will be good, genuinely, and I think Gable goes over and gets the passing of the. Ain't it? Because the Gunther stuff years ago, he's went away, done all redemption. It's time for him to
stuff in Mexico, all of it. Like I think good. This will be the good mid card match, won't it? Like I don't expect. I think the two bigger matches on night one will be better, but I think this will be good too. This will be probably like their best match of the weekend, which fair enough. Good work, and I'd like to see Chad Gable get the moment. Do you think it's working, the whole nice guy Chad stuff on TV?
I like the music, Ben. I think that's horrendous. I think that using your word there.
I mean, that's a given in it, you know.
So forced. No, it's so forced out, like to trying to get him over. Just let the story breathe. He was organically over. He didn't need the song to add to it because he was already over off what he'd done. So, like, genuinely old school organically, like, just leave him. And the story, even getting in there with Penta and Ray and getting your proper baby faces giving the endorsements, they didn't need to add this music. They really fucking didn't. But
just shows only Undertaker knows how to book him, mate. There you go.
It's the best booker in the world. Who'd have thought it? But expecting good stuff from this. The next one, probably
Gable
not
1 to 7, by the way. Penta 4 to 1. Yeah, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
There you go. And for the other secondary title on SmackDown this time, we've got Trick Williams defending against Baron Corbin on a PLE in 2026, Benno. Listen, what I said about Trick is it's Triple H's special. You've got someone who's over, you've got a feature, attraction, whatever you want to say, and then you just don't want to match him up against anyone worthwhile. It's a Triple H special, so you bring someone like a Corbin back that hopefully Corbin doesn't come in and beat him. We don't want to see that. But I could see that at the same time, Ben. Otherwise, why have you brought him back just to lose this match and then he goes away? I mean, it's old school territory stuff and a Triple H special, like I say. But for me, Trick's got to win. He's 3 to 10 to win. But honestly, that Baron Corbin at 2 to 1 shouldn't happen. But it would not surprise me at the same time. It's a weird one, this top to bottom.
Bringing him back to put him on pay-per-view and then he loses.
That's what I'm saying, Ben. That 2 to 1's
worth a 10 of that.
Yeah.
Sounds crap though, doesn't it?
Oh, it's not. Listen, I love Trick. I love everything about him. He needs a bit more work in there. And I know Bazza became a good hand in the end, but yeah, you're relying on Trick's overness here.
This is one of those ones where they bring someone back and then 3 months later they go, why did we bring him back?
Yeah, and he's gone again.
He'll be gone again, won't he? Like, he will be gone again. That is my bet by the end of 2027. He's gone. 2026 even. Gone.
But yeah,
yep.
See you on the night, yeah.
Man, we got the big main event coming, mate.
Undisputed WWE Championship number 1 contenders match, Benno. It's with a match 10 years ago everyone would have been clamoring for, but it's happening in 2026. We've got Sami Zayn, the disgruntled former champion, against Finn Balor, who they've rehabbed. And listen, I said it going into WrestleMania. Dom, like helped with his overness with Finn Balor, but he's back over again, Finn Balor, Ben. Like, and even I'm never been a Balor guy, but he's
match, mate. The Belfast Raw.
Yeah, he's back to being like organically, this is me word of the night, over again. And you've got to
like him, don't you? And it's like, it's almost like, it's not his last run, but it feels like, you know, that type of one where it's like a victory lap type of thing where he's near the end of the start, as Punk would say. I'm fine with this one. I do feel a little bit for Sami Zayn though, like both in storyline and in real life, that could be something bigger, but not a bad match to go. Sammy's got nothing to do. Finn's got nothing to do. Put them against each other at SummerSlam. Feels like a SummerSlam. Feels like this would be like an Intercontinental title match back on the table, like the 1 contenders match as well. So,
well, that's good. Something. It gets Sammy back into wrestling Punk at the next event or on a big SmackDown. Then your KO comes back, and so there's a lot you can do with it. So yeah, Sammy goes over.
I really want to see a universe where KO and Punk, like that'd be the real promo battle.
I
want to see them reference putting a t-shirt on in Ring of Honor. I want all of it. I want all of it. The unsafe suplex referenced, all of it. Do we? EWG Super Dragon.
But it should be good, Ben. On the night should be.
It's Finn Balor, so it's only going to be so good in it. But like Sammy can still turn it on when he needs to. Solid enough. And then Sammy the favourite.
Yeah, Sammy should win this one. And in your main event of the weekend, Benno, even after that horrendous segment, 2 of your favourites going at it. In a human monies on a pole match for the 100.
Sorry, just say that again, mate. My audio cut out. What's it called? What's the match called?
It's human monies on a pole.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
$100,000. Wrestling 101, Benno. Gimmick wrestling. It's Danhausen, your favourite.
My favourite,
one of your old favourites, Dominic Mysterio. And listen, we can start off with saying last week's segment was terrible. Yes, but Danhausen, to be fair, is in there with someone who could make this shit, even apart from that segment, worth watching. It's good fodder for Danhausen. I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't think I had any credibility, but fucking hell, I'm saying this out loud. It protects either one of them from taking the pinfall.
So who's it protect? Dom and
Danhausen. Daniel Hausen, it protects.
I thought he wasn't a wrestler, mate. He was in your top 5 non-wrestler.
He shouldn't be a fucking wrestler. He should be on the pole and people should have to grab him. That's what should be happening in this fucking fight. But I expect Danhausen wins and he keeps the money. And we can all forget this never happened.
Where are they going to put this on the card? Because yes, Simon is right. I did this as a bit of major reading out because it's the main event tonight too. This is the thing that should go on last. I agree. No, where will it be? Like second, first?
It's your match match. It's
a match, is it? Like, what is it going to be? It's going to be a fucking... Again, based on the shite that was on Raw, and you know, I've got time for Danhausen, I've got time for Dominic.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. I don't trust... There's a version of this match a few weeks ago where they went, you know what, I can picture it. I can picture Dom making it work. Based on the slapstick of Raw, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. What
Dom still is champion to Platt point. He's still the mega champion, Platt,
until Punk wins it.
I think Simon saying the honeymoon period, right, Simon? Mate, they've got the hotel.
It's over for all of us. You like him now.
Wait there.
You're on the train, mate.
Wait there.
To be fair to Danhausen has become your catchphrase.
They've checked in the hotel, Simon, and the room's not available. So they're waiting. This is their last match. This is their last chance Sunday. This is his last chance. They could get expelled from the hotel, or they could get another roommate. We'll see on Tuesday what it comes to, because this is his last chance, because he's one of them. The minute he fucks up, or the creative fuck, Triple H will be like, he's shit now. They're riding this to death. They've overexposed him, but the minute he makes a mistake, he's fucking done. He is done, whether you like it or not. He's a goner. So, for his sake,
I don't see it happening anytime soon, mate. It's so all over the programming. It is so... Like, it's counter, really, to what you think Triple H would like, but very clearly they see the dollar signs, and, like, they'll put his face on it, won't they, mate? As we saw this week, they were literally... There's a fucking van driving to Minneapolis, isn't there? Like, with this big fucking face on it. Like, somebody took pictures of him, put it on Reddit. Like, they are, like... They're just a slave to the money that it's making. He's not... He's going to be there. He's a lifer, mate. He'll be there for another 5 years. He'll be standing in the background, the Cody and Punk match, probably.
This is the biggest compliment I'll ever give him, and anyone could ever give him. He should be the company mascot. He shouldn't wrestle. He should just be backstage. Let's just have people who but people understand that that's what he is. Let him interfere. Let him catch cases. It's all bollocks, but it's not doing any harm to any like big wrestlers. He's got his purpose. Even I'll say that. Just don't. My only problem was just never put him in the middle.
It's mad how much he's wrestled. It's mad.
It's nuts. It's nuts. So even I'm saying that, have him backstage, have him on shows and being a face because kids and people like him. That I've got to, if you're over to me. I've always said it, whether you hate, like, yeah, you're over. Just don't wrestle. Just don't fucking wrestle.
Imagine being Mike Santana and being sent to NXT to learn the hard camming, even though you've been there before. And then it's like Danhausen, you do that shit kick on pay-per-view, mate, on SummerSlam, no problem. Sounds sorted.
Exactly. But Dom will
and I hate it.
Make him as good as he can look anyway. So we'll
6 man tags come on, mate. Next pay-per-view, him, Cody and Punk when they all make up. It's going.
Yeah.
And there you go. There is your SummerSlam, mate. It used to be better.
Now, once again, Ben, like, genuinely, like, I can't wait for it. But I think Saturday is way more stacked than Sunday, even though
it is a surprise, actually, when you look at that. Like, it feels like the split is wrong. Especially just pure, I think, Cody Punk, Gunther, Nick Aldis, and
Lesnar.
Yeah, you could maybe swap that. Lesnar and Obafemi. One of those you could swap to the second night.
But even the bloodline, Ben, not for the match quality, but for like the story or whatever, that's a big match. They're all, it's lopsided, it is. But you've got obviously Roman, for myself, doing the heavy lifting Sunday, and you get your work in Penta and Sammy and that. But big match.
But Sami Zayn and Finn Balor and Penta and Chad Gable should surely be on different nights. Those matches both serve the same role, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And even on the as you say, but it was always hard with the free triple main events, we won't call it, but that Lesnar and Obafemi was always going to sway it the other way, whatever night that was on, apart from the 2 world title matches. So that's obviously the crux of that. So, but yeah, Saturday, looking forward to it all, but Saturday is more stacked, I'd have to say. But I'll be there, mate. It starts at 11 o'clock UK time, both nights as well, so that's a bonus. It should be done
physically be there?
But don't, because I'm gutted. I'm genuinely devastated that I didn't just book it a month ago when I first had the idea, because I'm going to make up for it. I'm going to get proper snacks in, Ben, Americanized all night, proper Cheetos. Fucking want my hands orange at the end of the night, you know what I mean, Ben? Wings.
What time does it start?
11 o'clock, genuinely. It starts 11. So over by 2.
That's the pay-per-view. I mean, like, because there's the ESPN bit as well as that. Like, both starts at 11. ESPN
both
at 11,
nights. And then the show starts at 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good.
Just trying to remember what that is for me. Maybe I'll be up.
So,
maybe we'll see.
You watch it all though, Ben, for our debate /
got to, haven't I?
Arguments on Tuesday.
It's my job. I'll look forward to it. No, I will. I'll look forward to talking to you. Don't know if I'm going to look forward to watching any of it, but there we go. And he's got Monday off work. There you go. He's planned it.
I'm going at 12, so I want to actually like watch it. I've got me Monday swap to a 12/8 for this big event. So Mate, I'll be there crying, Ben, when Roman finally gets that fucking little bug off his shoulder after 14 years, and we can carry on, and he can continue this redemption story that he's been on this year. He's got the lads back together. He's beat Punk. He's done it alone. He's going to get Rollins. It's all this redemption, Ben. That's what we want. It's wrestling. Fucking great stuff.
I mean, there was a pay-per-view called that at the weekend, mate. There you go. One of us is a professional. What happened to the podcast I love, mate? Because also this weekend is the G1. And did you know about the to attendance together? It's still fucking 30,000 people. Like, because if you don't make the G1 this year, we're trending on like 50,000. So great work, lads. It's gonna be a well attended G1, but there is G1 action there this weekend. Yota Tsuji versus Yuta Ice. I really want to catch up with. I've seen a couple of people recommend that. So yeah, JP will be back on weekend show next week, so we're gonna have a little G1 catch up then. But yeah, this weekend, day 9 from Takamatsu City Gymnasium as Drilla Maloney, who I believe has been doing well too, top of the block, versus Oscar. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ren Narita, Gabe Kidd, who's joint top of the block, versus Callum Newman, and Yuya Uemura versus Aaron Wolf. We've then got from Hiroshima, Sun Plaza, day 10, Sanada versus Oleg Bolton, Jake Lee versus Jito Ice, Shingo versus Goreto Khan, Yosusuji versus Ryohei, and Haruki Goto versus Konosuke Takeshita. Not a bad main event. And then day 11, might as well do the whole set. Fukuoka Convention Center, Drilla Maloney versus Aaron Wolf, Oscar, Ren Narita versus Yuya Uemura, Gabe Kidd versus Sonare, and Shota Umino versus Callum Newman. But yeah, one block is obviously the B block. Drilla Maloney, obviously leading things with Gabe Kidd not far behind him, and Takashita running A block at the minute. But yeah, moving on from there, what else is going on? CMLL got a big show this weekend. Persephone versus Tessa Blanchard is on the CMLL VNS, a spectacular show this weekend. Feel like a couple of years ago before all the obvious things. Could be a dream match, that one. Hechicero versus Roderick Strong is on the CML show this weekend. And Commander, fresh off AEW.
This is John Moxley, no.
Versus Mascara Dorada, mate. He was just setting him up for it. All sorted. AAA also has a show, but nothing that interested on that one. He did Rey Mysterio. I don't think I've seen him. It's on that show. Team with Bestia 666 versus the Psycho Service. Produce have a show this weekend. Again. Also on MyAEW, but I am quite... It's one of them. I want to take the piss out of them because they got 27 matches on each card, and the Pros is a bit of a knobhead. And then the cards are relatively interesting, outside the fact that this one is built around Rocky Romero, because there's two
so
black
it's not
tigers
interesting at all, then.
Tiger. I mean, he's two black tigers, mate. I don't actually know who the other black tiger is, but teaming up to take on Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask, that's a cool match. Rocky Romero versus Ristico is on the show. Josh Barnett versus The Butcher. Minoru Suzuki versus Hechicero is on that show. And also someone called Carmelenko. I mean, I don't know what I'm more interested in, what the two of them are, but yeah, Shardy versus Persephone on that one. It's a proper mix of things that look absolutely terrible and things that sound good. Violence is Forever versus Cowboy Way is on that show. Yeah, could be good, that, with a little bit of... Oh, and there's also a big battle royal, because, of course, you need 10 matches and a Rambo also on the show. Marcus Dunn's in it. Excited for that.
Oh, mate, that is just...
Beastman's in it.
Looking for them names there. Who else? Cole Radrick, Gareth's favourite, Lee Moriarty. Man like the Reese is in there. Yeah. There's loads. Fred Rosser, Gresham.
The roster's mostly good, and then there's knobheads.
Well, it's not, because Rocky Romero's on the event. I mean...
I know. He's the knobheads. Do you see him in the Mountie?
No, I seen a bit of the Mountie telling the fans basically to fuck off. I seen that though. That was great.
That. We didn't really talk about that enough on the review, but there you go.
Oh, did he take did he? Romero? Did he bump him and that, or was he just on the mic with him? Was he there?
Daddy Magic and the Mountie and the other Rougeau.
Okay.
Closed on the top rope. So there you go.
Oh, Sam.
There you go. Justice for Rougeau, sorry. Also, Attack have got shows. Speaking of Europe, this weekend, Drew Parker versus Danny Black is on that one. If you're so interested. And Rev Pro are live in London from the Porchester Hall, coming up this weekend as well. I don't think that one is one that's going on AEW, but that one has got True and Lacey versus the Velocities on it. Not bad, wouldn't mind seeing that. And also Corey Zero versus Emerson Jane is on that show.
Can I
Alexis Falcon, Jessica Troy, Michael Oka, Connor Mills is burying the lead there. The big match on that one.
Sorry, can I just apologise to listeners? My right nostril has been running longer than Moses Kiptanui in this fucking podcast. Genuinely sorry to say. Honest to God, apologies.
There's your retro. But there you go. That's everything going on. What are you doing this weekend, mate? We'll be doing the Ask GRAPPL, obviously. Start to get your questions in. And we could do with some fun stuff. Could be some light art and stuff, obviously, with all these big pay-per-view reviews to do. I'm hoping we get this sort of schedule going forward. AEW and WWE doing back-to-back weekends fucks everything up. I'd rather can we just take different weeks in the month? Do we have to fight each other? You know, make life a bit easier. But no, I'm not forward to talking it with you. And like I say, yeah, Ask GRAPPL can be a nice light-hearted one on Sunday, I reckon. But yeah, outside that, I'm not doing much. I said to Gareth, obviously, this is my last couple of weekends in Danang. So yeah, just going to keep going to my little favourite spots and getting around town again. And just in case, I'm sure I'll be back in a couple of months. But you never know. Might like Saigon or Cambodia. I tried to arrange my Cambodia trip today, and like I got in touch with like the bus company because you've got to get a bus over the land border now to do it. It's like a 9-hour bus, and like it's for next like 8 days away. And they're like, oh no, we haven't done the schedule yet for August. And I was like, I like that relaxed. You'd hate that relaxed Cambodian / the style life. They were like, oh, we'll message you next week and we'll tell you if there's any seats available.
No,
like, great.
No.
I won't organise my life then until the clock hits midnight tomorrow night. And it's the 1st of August. They can't help me. So there you go.
No.
That's how things work here. But
I'll
be doing all that. What about you?
No, nothing bad. I'm in work. I'm working overtime wildly on Saturday. Getting that shift in, and then just be honestly getting a take out for SummerSlam on the Saturday. Getting a big takeout there, little treat for the SummerSlam night one.
Did you say what the takeout was? You said the snacks. What will the takeout be?
Takeouts will be it'll be like kebab. It'll be kebab / garlic bread, cheese. The works, Ben. We'll go all out. They do like this combo box where you get like the 4 meats, so it's like chicken, lamb, doner, and the kofta with like chips, rice, and everything. So it's like 15-20 quid, like. But we'll get one of them. And
how was your just wings with Gareth and our Peter? Just to throw in there.
Oh yeah. Listen, mate. Still a legendary gaff, but they've gone down the route of many places that they've added more stuff to the menu that they just shouldn't have done. They're one of them, and it was gone up in price, but it was what it was. Stingy with the chips, but it was nice. But won't be clamouring to go back again. But take away, as I say, that, and then Sunday will be your Cheetos, few wings, just American stuff, Ben. You know what I mean? Just to make the experience that I'm fucking not there, but at home. You know what I mean? Loads. Oh, I'll tell you what my new drink is though. Don't know if anyone's on it. The obviously Coke Zero was me one. The black cans of Coke now, so it's 0 sugar, 0 caffeine, 0 calories. Somehow, know what the fuck's in it.
That's terrible.
No, Benno, no. I thought that. And then one of the volunteers in work said, no, I've brought you one in. It tastes more like Coca-Cola than Coke Zero does. And my head went, and honestly, I'm addicted to it. It's amazing, mate. Seriously. It's fucking unbelievable. No, it's weird.
You've just awakened a memory of me. Actually, I remember as a kid loving the... remember there was a gold Coke?
It's that rebranded.
Is it that
rebranded? Yes.
Oh, I'm into it now. I forgot all about it. I remember it being just a bit sweeter than like any of the other ones, and loving it as a kid.
Telling you, it shouldn't make sense that everything's out of it, but whatever they've put in it makes it taste like Coke more than Coke Zero. It's nuts.
But if that was caffeine free, why would my mum let me have it? I feel bad. Oh, it's terrible. I don't know. I'll have to ask her next time I speak to her. But I remember like being not allowed to have it as much. But I love that. It was great. Oh well, there you go. Yeah. That's a stack tip for the weekend as far as everyone else. Andy's saying he's off to see Spider-Man tomorrow. I'll probably go see that at some point. Try me at Rochdale on Saturday. Enjoy, Andy. But yeah, Simon out for her friend's birthday Saturday. Back in time for the Fed. You know, Simon loves it. And working on his King of the Mountain show. What will it be? And then hate watching SummerSlam. If you would fancy hate watching SummerSlam, here's one final plug. Join the GRAPPL Discord because there'll be a lot of hate watching going on in that thread. Matty usually steers clear until he comes in to celebrate, but that will be going on too, mate. So there you go. Great place for us haters to be.
Oh, listen, I love it. I absolutely love everything. But honestly, even though, as you say, sometimes I'm like, I can't wait for the absolute hatred of Roman and Seth, regardless. I can't wait for it, though, Ben. Because be honest, you say it a lot, and sometimes I go, fuck off, Ben. But I love that regardless, don't you? I will be coming in here. I cannot
You'll make up the reasons afterwards, mate. You've decided now you liked it. Your job over this weekend is to find things in it that will justify you saying you liked it. That's all. And that's the Matty Abbott story.
I can't even deny it. I'm happy. No, honestly, Ben, I'll be fucking crying, mate. I can't wait. Honestly, excited.
I'll be like that for Punk Cody, so there you go.
But in all seriousness, this is probably the most excited I've been for a pay-per-view for a while. And I always get this, what is it, blind loyalty or blind fake optimism, whatever you want to call it. and I know I always say this, listeners, maybe you do, but this time, and you can all laugh at me on Tuesday, this time, Ben, I feel like something will fucking happen. I do. I don't know why.
Something will happen on a WWE pay-per-view.
Fucking happen. Yes, Cody.
And it won't involve like Randy Orton or fucking Pat McAfee or some NFL player, NBA player.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, here's your tease, folks.
There you go.
There you go. Looking forward to it. Like, ask GRAPPL as well. Check out everything, like I said at the top of the show. If you did miss the Patreon live review of me and Gareth doing AEW Redemption, you are listening to this on the free feed. I would recommend it. Also recommend the free trial as well. It will get you everything else we've done this month, including the Shibata show. What else have we done this month? That's it. I can't even remember now at this point. I'm sure shattered. It's 3:15 in the morning. What else have we done?
What's been out lately, Ben? I mean, that's your Shibata one, of course. You had the pre-show, which you took over the mantle from, which I'll be snatching the torch back, Benno, on this Sunday upcoming, mate.
Retro.
Don't worry about
that. Retro. Stone Cold Crazy. That came out.
25 Stone Cold's come out. We've got a new one coming out soon as well. So all ticking over, Benno.
June, July mixtape. World Cup.
June, July mixtape. We've had a great month, and as you say, the turn of the month is coming.
We think.
On Saturday.
I can't remember, but we think we did.
But it's been a long one. Them 31 days, Ben, and then 5 weekend months, mate. They always add a little bit extra, don't they? So August should be a cracking month as well. We'll maybe reveal the schedule on pre-show, Ben. Maybe just saying that out loud, but
yeah,
we'll get it. We'll get it all going and get it.
I've had a little plan for the show in future. I know this isn't a lie, but I was thinking, have we, Matty? Had a little gap on the schedule. I was thinking, might be something to that. Maybe we could workshop that over the weekend. Chat,
but obviously, I always say, and you know what? I'm calling audibly. Don't say it enough, Ben, but thanks to everyone who fucking is still with us and listens. And
I thought you were going to thank me. Fine, whatever.
Thanks
listening. They'll do nothing.
I don't need to thank you, Ben. You know what? I thank you all the time in my mind, mate.
I thank them too. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, love it.
There we go.
Have a good one. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, whatever you're doing, folks, have a good weekend. Enjoy. Oh, there's a pub quiz coming up too, so we'll get that all forward too. Road Roulette, Time, Plat. Oh, Metal Evolution next month as well. That's confirmed too. So, yeah, got all that all covered too. But, yeah, whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Enjoy SummerSlam. If you can, enjoy our review on Tuesday. I'm sure you will over on the Patreon. But, yeah, go forth. Have a great one. Thank you to our live patrons. Thank you to our live YouTube members. And thank you to our Kings and Queens of the Mountain, Carol Laughlin, Eddie Sideburns, Chris Platt, Carl Gack, Sophia Hitchcock, Sam Mulvaney, Marty Ellis, and Dylan Shaw. We'll catch you again on Tuesday.
Ta-da.
Why's Dave thanking you?
Because he's a good man, that's why.
Thanks, Matty. Thanks, Dave. See you, Sam.
Thanks, Benno.
Fuck off.